Thank you,
Hey,
Simply.
Um, but Dark Horse had reposted a woman breaking it down, and it made me kind of want to go back and like really like focus in and watch the clips I saw, and I saw, of course, the one about his daughter, and then the one that you're talking about with his mom, and I thought the same thing because it was sickening to me when he was like she got pregnant at 13, and where I do believe that once she became an adult, 25 or whatever, there should have been some shift or whatever. But beyond that, she was 13 years old, no empathy. But when he started talking about his daughter, I was like, oh, this motherfucker's sick. And the way he's talking about an 11-year-old child is disgusting. An 11-year-old child that he abandoned. That girl don't know you. That girl don't know you. And that just, to me, what I think about it is he doesn't want anything to do with that child. I don't know if he got a new relationship. I don't know if he is having more children. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. Y'all say it with me. He a punk, and he focused on them niggas that he around. But besides that, I think that he wants to justify his mistreatment of this child. So he's making her an enemy, and he's trying to paint this picture, because if y'all watch the video, the way he was like the violins, the motherfucking sad eulogy fucking type music, like you would have thought he was telling a story of somebody that robbed him at Pew Pew Point and then traumatized him. Thank y'all for Tara's goal. Thank y'all. I I was disgusted. I was so disgusted. But this is my emotional response right now. I have to think of something more, you know, more clear and concise later. But right now, I'm just emotional because I just watched it. It was
Yeah,
disgusting.
and it was interesting to say that she was the motivator for him to get money, but at the same time, it's like it goes back to the term of like men love money, then they love women, apparently children also, because like that's the justification. Like I'm getting this money for you. That y'all don't be getting the money for the kids. Like shut the fuck up. Like
But yeah,
you
that was
want
the
it to
part too,
be,
Tara.
you want to be
My
a
bad.
comedian. You want to, yeah, you got a network of comedians. Y'all talk all the damn time, but you ain't talking to your child all the time. Come on now, be for real. So yeah, she see you say you wanted the money, you got it, and she see you as money. Didn't you set it up that way? What's up, East?
Hey y'all. Hey Tara, hey Drika,
Hey.
hey everybody. Yeah, when I saw this morning, I was real disgusted. So like, I really haven't had a time to like analyze it because I was just so disgusted about it. It just made me feel like one the thing what Drika, what you said about his mama, the story about talking about his mama is like as in like woe is me and I'm you know what I'm saying? Like it was disgusting. Talk about how your father was a pedophile, but okay. Um, the thing is that about the daughter though specifically, it just goes to show you that little black girls are adultified so early in our lives, and all of our behaviors that are seen as like not good behaviors are seen as like almost sinister and manipulative and like purposefully done and you know what I'm saying, like scheming. It's kind of like how I don't know if y'all seen the doctor, the African doctor that said that these two black women tried to scam him out of a $57 drink, um even though he followed them from club to club to club. It's like everything, like, and it goes to show you that like when it comes to like little black girls, even in the eyes of their own father, everything that we do is adultified because now you're saying that, oh, she looks at me for material things. Yeah, who else is she supposed to look at that for? Like, aren't y'all supposed to say, aren't y'all the same ones that be like, oh, I'm gonna show my daughter, a good life so she's never impressed by your bum ass sons? Like, what happened to that? And it goes to show you that, like, if you set that precedent of your daughter like only wanting materialistic things, which let's be honest, like, kids want stuff. Kids love stuff. That's just the way kids are. Kids don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They don't care that Christmas was just 30 business days ago. They gonna turn around when schools come back up and be like, can you buy me these new sneakers? Can you buy me a new book bag? Can I get a new laptop? Like, immediately after Christmas, my son was like, I wanna what's those make it yourself computers? What are those called? The computers that you make yourself. He want a computer that we built together, that we're gonna build.
You gotta stop asking us. You gotta stop asking us the names and the words for stuff.
Somebody gotta know what the build yourself computer is.
Yeah, I don't even know the shit y'all be talking about, so I'm not surprised.
Oh damn! I didn't even finish.
Hold up, y'all.
Okay.
Anyway, immediately after Christmas, he wanted the build yourself computer, and I went to go look it up. That motherfucker was starting at 3 bands. Starting. That was the cheap stuff. You know what I mean? But
what's wrong with the question?
Jesus, y'all, can I finish? I'm almost done.
Hold up, y'all interrupting. I'm gonna just drop people that's interrupting. Go ahead.
But that just goes to show you that, one, he just doesn't understand what it's like to be a parent, and two, he's adultified a basic childhood behavior. And I land.
Yeah,
Can I?
again,
You came here after me.
No, I did not. I was on this panel before you. No, the fuck I did not. What's up, Tara? Thank you. Right. Put these hoes in check. Respect.
Go
ahead.
It's the.
You were saying?
Calm down, E. It's the order that y'all in, and everybody gonna get a chance to say something. Go ahead, E.
Oh, I know. I'm already knowing. I was up here before. Everybody above me was up here.
Go ahead,
I know.
E.
But yeah, I just got to call out a couple of things that East lied about, right? The doctor about the $57 bar tab said that he followed them. That was a lie. The woman
Just
even
answer
said,
the prompt.
no, I would like to.
Answer the prompt.
I would like to finish.
No,
I don't
you're not
interrupt.
allowed
You
to
do this
do that,
all
and
the
you know you're not
time.
allowed
No, because
to do
I'm
that.
catching
You
you in
don't
a
know
lie.
that
Now let's get to the
situation.
prompt. Yeah, thank you. I'm catching you in a lie. Now let's get to the prompt, because you use that to equate to the prompt. That was a lie, right? Talking about that man adultified those women, and those women were well enough unknown adults already.
I didn't
right?
say that he adultified them.
Okay, but you
Stupid.
use that situation to equate to the topic. So I'm gonna speak on it, because as far as to the topic, that was a lie. The woman even came forth and said that they invited those
You a
men.
sassy
The
little bitch
woman
today.
even came forth. You do this every single time. The woman even came forth and said that they invited the man to the next bar that they were going to, that he didn't want to pay the tab because they thought that he was on their body, or whatever the case may be. So let's stop lying. It's on the internet. It's free to go see that. But far as the prompt, I think we need to stop using what one man says in a video and equate it to this is what all men must do, or most men must do, or some. No. Like, we have to stop doing that, because if that's the case, I can come up here and use my anecdotal experience of being raised by my mother and father in a household, and said that my dad had a more stronger connection with my twin sister. And I can say that, I can use that one example and say, all men care about their daughters. And I would even use this example. When it comes to men objectifying women, they objectify women until they get a daughter. Then when they get a daughter, they be like, oh no, don't do this and X, Y, and Z. Look out for these signs with men. They don't even allow their daughters to have boyfriends.
And that's a contradiction.
They say
you are contradicting yourself. You can't say, you can't generalize, because I can give my own anecdotal experience and then follow that up by a generalization about how there are men who use women and are womenizers who have daughters.
That's not a contradiction. You know why it's not a contradiction? Because I'm not saying this based off of my. I'm not saying this. Hold on. I'm not saying this based off of my anecdotal experience. I'm saying this because this has already been said before I came up here and shared my anecdotal experience. I would love to finish. Why is it that every fucking time that I speak, Anytime the women are speaking, everybody's on fucking mute. Why every time that I come up here and I speak, he's coming off mute? Like, it's annoying, bro. I'm gonna just stop coming up here. I'm gonna just stop coming up here, bro.
Can I say something?
That shit is annoying, but
Go
like I was
ahead.
saying, I'm gonna land with this.
Hold on, did
It's
you
just-
Oh, he's still going?
I'm about to land right now. Y'all would know if I landed if
You
y'all let me
definitely
go.
didn't have your father in your life.
That's
and
fine.
boy.
You can think that. You can think that. That's
let
fine.
him land,
With that being said, I didn't come up here to get into the ad hominems. That's fine. With that being said, though, yes, I'm not using my anecdotal to say that. That's already been known. Men objectify a woman until they get a daughter. When they get a daughter, then all these things that they were doing to a woman, and they're now warning their daughters to look out for within men. That is a fact. That's not because I'm saying it. That's because that's how it's always been. And you guys even acknowledged it in previous prompts. East has. She said it out her mouth verbatim 2 prompts ago.
All right, E.
And I land.
All right, E, we gotta move on. What's up, Lord?
Hello, good afternoon. I'm done with this queen talking. But like I was gonna say, them
That's a
objectifying your
bitch.
daughters
No queen.
is a drag queen. No, you could hold men accountable when he was disrespecting women also. Thank you. Back to what I was saying. Come down, young woman.
Calm down, young lady.
Come down, young woman. Same thing here.
Go ahead, Lori, go to 30.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, no masculine energy. You don't sound like don't even sound like you got an Adam's apple either. But like I was saying,
I'm gonna move on. Lori, do you want to comment on the prompt?
I'm gonna comment on the prompt. They don't actually like their daughters, and I seen that interview with this man, and he's sexualizing his child also. A lot of times when these men talk in this manner is because they don't view them as a child. Everyone who has kids, I don't have kids or take care of kids or have nieces and nephews, you look at them as children. You know that children is gonna want things. That's common sense. They're not grown enough to work or to do things, so you know if they're asking, hey, can I have a toy, hey, can I have a candy, that's kids. Obviously, if you're talking about, oh, she is transactional with her, you trying to view this child as if she's a grown woman, and you're looking at this child as if she's a grown woman. Men who talk like that most of the times are predators. I'm sorry to say, but I work with kids, and we go through, where I work at, we go through a lot of stuff like that with parents, and a lot of them get taken away from, a lot of kids get taken away from the home because the parents like this. Once they start acting like this, then it's assault, then it's abuse, then it's sexual assault, then it's all types of stuff because they don't truly view them as kids. And that is deeper than him just saying, oh, my daughter wants some money. You know that's a child, sir. He was a child once. You know all kids are like that. So for him to keep going on a whole platform and talk about this is bothering him. And next, you will know abuse is gonna come after that, and then we know what's next. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, thank you. What's up, FaZe?
I just came in here. I was
wanna
trying to
say
hear
something?
I was trying to hear what y'all had going on, but this shit just sounded a little
You
crazy.
don't have nothing to say?
Nah, I'm gonna hear what y'all got saying for a little bit. I just got in here.
You can hear from the comments. Go ahead, 30.
How you First of all, how are you ladies doing? Good afternoon. Do fathers actually like their daughters? That they nice young lady. It's real nice. Nice to hear you're doing goodies. Do fathers actually listen? I mean, actually like their daughters? Yeah, sure. We definitely do. And it's quite impressive to me when I hear women who don't have kids speaking for men and speaking for other women who do have children. I think you should sit this one out. For the most part, if you don't have a child, you don't know how it feels to even love a child. I don't give a damn about your nieces and your nephews and your little cousins. That child doesn't come from you, and that child is not a reflection of you. So you wouldn't even know how it feels to care for a child. For the most part, I disagree with the fact that these women think their fathers don't like their daughters. Fathers sacrifice their lives for their daughters, sacrifice their jobs for their daughters, sacrifice everything for their daughters. That's why there's a such thing called a daddy's girl, right? The daddy's baby, mama's maybe. And I want a lot of you to stop with this.
That's not the saying.
Yes, that is the saying. And I want a lot of you women to stop.
That is not the same.
Definitely the saying, ma'am. Uh, maybe she's the mama, maybe she's not.
Hold up, y'all. Hold
Queen,
up,
we're not
y'all.
talking to you.
Yeah. But for the most part, I just feel like,
Hold up.
you know,
Hold him, land.
thank you. For the most part, I just feel like a lot of you women who don't have children, even for the ones who do have children, you're looking at it from a biased point of view.
Do you have your child full time, sir?
Skewed standpoint. That's irrelevant to the conversation. I'm not answering
All right,
the
Lori,
conversation.
you
It's
got
irrelevant to it. And I just want to say that. Thank you, man.
the 30. Not you, Lamont. It's Snooze. No, it's turn.
Can you guys hear me?
Snooze, you want to say something?
Yeah, I'd like to answer the prompt. Do fathers actually like their daughters? Am I allowed to speak? Okay. So I'm speaking from my personal experience. I'm a 38-year-old father and also stepfather who had his daughter go from hating him from young to understanding that parenting is a two-party dynamic, right? And I've been listening a lot to people speaking, and it's very clear and evident who has the emotional awareness and the emotional intelligence to understand that no two parents will parent the same. And just because you know of someone, you're literally projecting what you know. I, as a man, cannot speak for the next man. Anyone that understands opinions knows there's no such thing as a right opinion. So cutting people off while they're speaking is low level intelligence. When you're speaking on a point and someone has an opinion
Hold on,
or
we
has
talking
a
about the
life
topic. Hold up, Lamont.
I do
Snooze.
love
You
my
want to talk about
story.
the topic?
I like my
Like,
daughter. Okay,
all
I like
right,
my
go
daughter.
ahead,
I love my
respond to the
daughter.
topic. We're not doing all that.
I like my daughter. I love my daughter. And I had to say that because y'all need to be aware of what y'all doing because the level of intelligence is very low in this chat. I'm out.
Whatever. Go ahead, Lamont.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you, host, for having me on the panel. I want to say, this topic touched home to me because I love my daughter. I admire my daughter. I treasure my daughter. Unfortunately, I don't have access to my daughter due to my current situation. I don't want to go into detail, but my daughter is the biggest part as to why I changed my lifestyle. My daughter is my
Hold on,
mentor.
we talking about. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I don't
due
know.
father actually.
Okay.
Due fathers. I'm sorry.
I guess we're talking in general, and I guess maybe you thought we were talking about your personal story. Like you
No.
use an example, but
No, I was just saying I didn't want to go into details with my personal situation.
yeah, it
But I
sounds
was
like
saying,
there's a lot more going on than what you're saying. So like I don't
yeah.
even know why you would volunteer that information.
No, I don't mind, bro, because it's I'm never going to see you guys, but I was just responding off of the prompt, like so. I do more than like love my daughter. Like I said, I admire my daughter. She's everything to me. And like I said, she's a mentor. She keeps me in check. So, being a father and having my daughter in my life, she helped me out in so many ways. So I listen to everybody's opinion as to the prompt, and I respect everyone's opinion. But like the gentleman said, if you're not a parent of a child, you really don't understand like the mental aspect as it is to raising a daughter in this crazy world that we live in. So I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. What's up, Summer?
That was awkward.
Yeah, very
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
well,
Hey y'all, how everybody doing? Yeah, do fathers actually like their daughters? A lot don't. They don't like themselves. They don't like women, and they adultify the little girls. That's why that disgusting interview was the way it was. Even when he talked about his mama being like 13 when she had her first baby, and like the blame and the way he talked about her lets you know how he feels about the daughter who's only 11 because the baby want to go to Chuck E. Cheese. Like, disgusting. And for somebody like Shannon Sharp to sit there and agree When he gave his daughter a $30,000 budget for her wedding, but he was paying that white tea woman $50,000 a cheek and got to pay her all the millions of dollars. Both of them are so gross and disgusting. And I'd like for the men to speak to that part, you know?
Yeah, they keep censoring themselves. Go ahead and see her. Oh, he left. Well, we can open the panel up. Yeah, it's interesting when y'all censor y'all in a conversation like this, though, because the kids ain't here to speak for themselves.
We got to stop doing that. We got to stop centering ourselves. Even the women, they love to center themselves when it comes to parenting. So I suggest all parents stop centering themselves when you're talking about these sensitive subjects.
Why are you trying to deepen your voice?
Oh, what are you talking about?
I don't know. Sound like you're trying to put a little bit of bass in your voice, right? Am I tripping? I just think that, in my opinion, I think that it's actually pretty interesting that we have two Black men that have spoken negatively on their daughters. And I think that it has a lot to do with the adultification of little Black girls.
Said that 2 Black men versus the millions of Black men. The intelligence. What that guy said, the level of intelligence in this chat.
You don't even know that man. But
Thank you for repeating another man's talking point.
That you gonna make it about GAY now.
Hold on 1 second.
Everybody shut the fuck up. Drika talking.
Thank you.
Why should I care if she's talking?
Wait,
Especially when she's up here degrading fathers.
Jesus, I can't scream in this store.
Why should I care when they're up here degrading fathers?
My bad, man.
But the thing that's interesting when you say about the 2 fathers who's doing it, it's the men that immediately came up here and censored themselves. That let me know it's true.
So you got daddy. Get it? You got daddy.
Here I go.
The need that men have to try to absolve themselves of any responsibility and saying the same old tired thing. Oh, I do what I do for my daughter. The reason why I work is for my daughter. The reason why I'm protecting and providing is for my daughter or children or whatever they say. We know that's not true, because if y'all was doing all that, then these children wouldn't be in the situation that they're in. It wouldn't be a problem. And to the point earlier about Ryan Davis, he wants to garner sympathy by saying that he got into comedy and he wanted to be successful for his child. And as soon as he got success, why is he turning on his own 11-year-old daughter? So think about it. He's been doing this for a while. So what was she, 5, 4 something years old? And if y'all know anything about comedy, it's a lot of late night, a lot of traveling. So he wasn't even in her life. And he's successful now, and now he's setting us up for when we have to hear from her, probably when she's like 20 or something, and he's already trying to prime us up for having empathy and sympathy for him for what he's about to do, which is abandon and probably emancipate his daughter, because he doesn't want anything to do with this little girl, and that's the sad part. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Instead of us trying to avoid calling it what it is, everybody's trying to make these excuses. Like, well, you don't know what's going on. It's not all of them. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them.
I want to say this guy.
The interesting thing is not sure how many people went and watched the interview, but when he was talking about that, it was after they were joking around about I think he said DC Young Fly or somebody. I can't remember who it was, but they made a joke about him making $20K online. He's like, you can't be doing that. And then that looped into like a conversation about custody, which is interesting because he was saying like they had some difficulty and she need to let him be around her more. As if he wasn't the one on the road. Like I said earlier, like kids aren't just distant from you. You have to nurture that relationship. But who wanted to say something? Who that was?
Me. This is 30. I just want to throw out the fact that he's not even a well-known comedian to even be on these type of platforms giving us his story. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like I only know the nigga from doing little online jokes about NBA basketball players.
It's because you don't know about him. He's been on TV shows and like he clearly has a network of comedians that he talks to.
Let me say.
What's the relevance to that comment?
It's relevant because when Drika says, she was like, well, we don't even know. We don't need to know this about this He's a comedian. Obviously, he's one of those type of comedians who likes to share his personal stories. So what's going to end up happening is not what he might be priming you up for is a late night special or some type of comedy special. He's able to open up and talk about his family, and people are going to be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we talked about this for on Shannon show." You know what I'm saying? So
No,
it's
he
like,
definitely was promoting himself in the comments talking about his tour, but why would you do that on the back of your daughter?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. But when it comes to being a comedian, a lot of those guys like to like dig into depth about their family and like tell jokes, you know what I mean? To like kind of like laugh at their pain or whatever. I don't know how he's gonna swing
Kevin
this,
Hart
but
does it.
yeah, Kevin Hart does it. Dave
Shannon
Chappelle does
Sharp.
it. Dave Chappelle does it. A lot
Dave
of
Chappelle,
comedians
right.
do it.
Yeah,
And
but they don't do it in a way that's villainizing their daughters, or because, and also too, he opened up a 10-year-old girl to the world to be criticized by grown ass men. When you look into the comment section under Shannon Sharp, underneath the original posting, there's grown ass men criticizing this child, calling her a gold digger, calling her a B word, calling her all out of their name. It is absolutely fucking disgusting how these grown ass men are treating a child. He opened up his child to that. He did that. Kevin Hart doesn't do that, and neither does whatever. What is his other? Dave Chappelle.
Kevin Hart
He's
used
not.
to do it. Kevin Hart used to talk about his ex-wife a lot.
Wait, hold on.
I'm
Not the
talking about the
daughter.
child, not the
Hold
wife.
on, 30 rounds.
That's
You
still
see,
family
you see how
business.
you just
Family business,
compared
ma'am.
a child to a grown woman.
All right, watch
That's
this,
the
30.
adultification of little black girls.
That's fine. That's
Hold on,
cool.
E, before you go, I want to hear what Mac P got to say.
Man, I
The
ain't
host
even
just adultified in me. That's
I ain't
crazy.
even see the
You an adult.
Yeah, I ain't seen it.
He a baby Tara. He's a baby Tara.
Thank you. So that's what I was gonna say. East have acknowledged me as a
Then he
baby
said,
before,
"Fuck
and
you,
she's still adult.
Mac P."
It's somebody else's
Hold up. He
turn.
said, "Fuck
Right.
you,
I'm
Mac
clocking
P."
East T. Right.
Yeah, I ain't even see it though, y'all. So y'all can go ahead. I'm kind of listening to get informed. So I
Why
ain't
would y'all
gonna
come
break
up here on a panel in the middle of discussion if you're trying to listen? Like the listeners are down in the comment.
I mean, I'm trying to get like you want me to
But
sound
whether
stupid.
you
I
know
ain't
the
finna talk
situation
about
or
nothing
not, hold
that
up. But it's not just him that is a discussion. That's why there's a question on the screen. You literally can respond to the question. You can respond to somebody said. You could have responded to the picture. There's a lot of things you could have said.
Okay, well, just let me do that then. Like, I ain't want to break your conversation up. That's what I was saying. If y'all was
Why did
stuck
you
on,
come up here? Talk. Go ahead. It's your turn. Respond to the prompt. Go ahead. Go.
yeah,
Mute up so you can
you real sassy for no reason right now. You don't run me,
Then
man.
just go back to the comments. If you don't want to talk, you
Man,
wasted
you want to
somebody else's
argue?
spot.
Hold up. He want to
I'm
argue
waiting on
because
you
he
to
ain't
shut
got
up
nothing
so
to
I can
say.
talk. Like y'all coming at me like real furious right now, and I ain't even
No, we're
did shit
not.
to
We're
you
just saying, why are
boys.
you up here when maybe there's somebody
No,
else
you
that
ain't got
wants
to
your
say shit to
spot?
me. You can let me respond
You
without
can shut
fucking
the fuck
talking.
up then. How about that then? How about that? Since you
I
ain't got
just
nothing to
want
say,
to
So
shut your
fucking
stupid ass
childish.
up and let somebody else go.
I just
Stupid ass
wanted to
nigga.
say good
Be
evening to the
mad as
panel.
you ain't got no
Go ahead.
man,
I,
right?
I just wanted to say good evening to the panel, and I addressing
Outside a Bigfoot stinking pussy bitch.
English.
And you're mad.
Yeah, I ain't mad.
Oh man.
Hold on, Mac P. Calm down. Let PK Kid finish what he was saying.
yeah,
Wowzers.
I didn't
Damn,
want to
East, he
speak
been
over.
down there. Well, he know what that smell like, East. That's crazy.
It smells just like your rotten ass mama
The bottom
coochie.
of her feet dirty right
Your
now.
motherfucking mama over here sounding like Pop Smoke. Don't be talking about nobody coochie. I know your motherfucking mama coochie smell like Newport cigarettes and motherfucking ashtray. Shut the fuck up, Mac P.
Hold up, Mac P. Go ahead, PK Kid.
Yeah, I wanted to allude to my own situation. I have 2 girls and 3 boys,
and
No
with my
personal,
brother.
sir. No personal. Just
No,
respond
it's
to the
not
prompt.
personal. I'm gonna land my plane just a second.
Hey,
What I'm
No, don't
saying
do
Tangy.
is,
personal.
it's not personal. I'm
Shut the
just
fuck up and let people talk. You bitches are horrible.
Oh, you mad. Calm
oh
down.
This
shit.
shit crazy. You ain't got that type of control in life. You ain't got no man in real life. You want to dominate a man over the internet.
Hold
Bitch,
on,
fuck
McP. Hold on, Tara. McP. Don't you must want the men. See, I know
man,
a
what? I'm
Southern
sitting
You
right
Belle.
by
must
Hold
my
want the
on,
wife
men.
hold
cracking
No,
a
you
on.
crib.
Drinker.
Shut
You
up.
Drinker, man.
Hold on. I can't scream. Shut up. I know a Southern Belle when I hear one. This bitch lived with his grandma. You sound just like a Southern
Who you
bitch
talking?
right now. Talking about you, McP. I can tell you from the South, sitting in your grandma's kitchen, sucking fucking
I'm
peas, and
eating
you want to
crab
argue
right
with
next to
women.
my
You
wife.
bitch ass nigga. Stop. Stop. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
every
eating
six.
crab right. It's fuck you mean. Big foot asshole.
This man is mad.
PH
This
got
nigga really came up here to argue with the women because he
you
ain't
got
got shit else to say. Shut the
Yeah,
fuck
he ain't
up.
gonna stay on the
Please shut the fuck
topic.
up and let the man go.
You keep cutting off
Go ahead,
PK
PK.
kid,
Yeah,
McP.
we just need to know the
some
personal
crab.
relationships with parents and their child. As I was saying, I bought two initial sports cars and set them outside. And I told both of my children, my son and my daughter, whoever y'all get your driver license, there's your cars. My son proceededly and went on and got his driver license, and my daughter, she did not, and she told me, "Well, I'm gonna wait on my boyfriend." At this time, she's
What
initially
that got to do
close
with
to
the
grown.
topic? Hold up.
I'm
Hold
getting
up.
there. If you let me work my way up. What I'm saying is my second daughter, she doesn't even talks to me unless and it's about money. So I provided for her all her life, and I done bought I don't know how many rose gold phones. But my point
But
is what I'm saying is we have to make sure that we know the personal relationships between the parent and the child.
But that's
That's
the
the standard
thing.
that you set.
Hold up, real quick. You sat here and said, "Get your license." You're not saying I spent time teaching my children how to get their driver's license. I took
I
them on.
did
Hold up.
everything.
You didn't say I took them on the road. I taught them these things. You went straight to, "I'll buy you a car if you do this thing," which is showing that like you throwing money at them and then you wondering why they want money. Like
No, no.
if you want a relationship, you got to cultivate. You got to cultivate a relationship. You should be, oh, hey, when you finally pass the driving test, because we've been out on the road and I've been teaching you, you've been learning, I'm proud of you. I'm gonna get you a car. That's different saying, go and get your license, I'm gonna buy you a car. So
Yeah,
like, come on, be for real.
we did all of that. And even to this day, she
But,
writes me and
but
tells
hold
me,
on,
"Dad,
sir.
I love
Tara,
you
I
and
got a
thank you."
question. Hold
We
on,
did
sir.
all of that. We went
Sir,
through the formality of learning.
why this the thing again? That man said he not gonna go personal, and we still went personal. Like we are not going to be able to move the conversation forward about a general issue amongst men if y'all gotta come up here and try to tell y'all stories and sell y'all stuff. I know for a fact your daughters don't want to. Your daughter or daughters, whatever it is, you don't have no.
You
You're
gotta go
not
to the
building.
extreme.
Hold on, y'all. You're not building a real relationship with them because you trying to drown us with your motherfucking stories. So I know when you're talking to them, you're telling them your own stories about what you did and how you did it. And back in your day, you was able to buy 40 acres and a mule or whatever the fuck you be saying. Y'all gotta stop making it about
But
you. We
that's
don't
your
give a fuck
assumption.
about
That's
you.
not true.
No, sir, hold on, sir.
That's your
I'm a
assumption because you
I'm
don't
gonna
know our
balance this out. Hold
relationship.
on. I'm gonna balance this out to see. Did you tell us a personal about you or not?
Yeah, but I was saying I was making
Okay,
it
and
personal
you said
to
that you
point to the
wasn't
point.
you said that you wasn't going to go personal, and you did anyway. So you're a liar. You don't keep
But
your words, sir. And your words supposed to be everything. You don't keep your words. You're a liar. You went
but
personal. We don't give a fuck about it. I
but it
don't need
was
to know
the
your
point.
relationship. I shouldn't have knew your personal because you're a fucking liar. I don't believe what you said. I don't believe you brought your daughter to none of the shit you talking about. I think you up here wanting us to empathize and sympathize with you, and we want to talk about the fucking prompt. Not you, sir. We don't give a fuck about you, sir.
That was related to the prompt. You saying
Anyway, who is
things.
next? Go ahead, I am. Go ahead, I am.
Man, well, how's everybody doing today? To answer the question, do fathers actually like their daughters? It's not a whole lot of context, but yeah, I think fathers actually like their daughter. I was trying to kind of listen to see what was going on, But yeah, I believe that that's actually true. I mean, is there something that's making it seem like it doesn't?
Did you see this
Yeah.
interview?
Say that again.
One
Did you see
interview.
the interview that
They weird as fuck
So
because
I actually, so
hold
I,
on, hold on.
it goes to the prompt.
Hold
It
on,
goes to
PK. Let him.
to the prompt. Yeah,
Jesus,
but
PK.
no,
She
I
done
want to
got you all
respond. She can't just say
upset.
all that to me and then pause me.
I know, but
I'm not upset. I
PK.
don't get upset. All I'm saying
Lord.
is you don't live in a house with
Okay,
these
but you
people,
interrupted
and you
that
don't
man.
know these.
You interrupted that man turn. You spent your
Gotta stop
turn
doing
telling
that
your
because she
Everything you
business.
interrupted
say is one
him.
way
She
to another.
interrupted him
No,
while
she
he
not
was
gonna sit up
going.
here
Y'all
and
gotta
talk to
stop
me
doing
crazy
that.
like that and think
Right.
she
Y'all
gonna
gotta
just
stop
fucking
doing
end the
that.
conversation. How does that
Right.
work?
Okay, but let us open up the panel. You could
No,
go
no,
back
no,
to it.
no, no, no,
East, he
no, no,
didn't even
no.
land. He got interrupted. Like, y'all gotta stop doing that shit. Y'all do that shit.
He
She
didn't get
don't
interrupted.
know these people relationship. You can't fucking make an assumption about what this man and his
Yes, we
daughter
can.
is doing. You
No,
can't.
but we can. We
You don't
literally
fucking
can.
live in a house with
Hold
them.
on, PK, because you're getting upset because she hurt your feelings. We can literally make an assumption because he is a public figure and he provided his personal information. Therefore, because we are the public, we can then look and put our own assumptions onto it. That's what happens when you tell your business, and that's why Drika was right in saying that she don't believe that you bought your daughter no rose gold phone. You, the one that came up here, volunteered this information on your own, opening up yourself to motherfucking scrutiny. Don't do it if you don't want it. You opened yourself up to
All
scrutiny.
I'm saying,
He opened up himself up to scrutiny. And we are the public and we have the hold on. We are the public and we have the ability because he allowed us to peek into his personal life to give our opinions on it. Go ahead, you can finish.
yeah, I think, for the most part, I mean, I feel like I kind of answered the question.
Okay, then the panel opening.
Yeah.
they fucking ignorant. You can't make no judgment on nobody else. It's ignorant. You
They
don't.
had to make us judge you. You did that yourself.
You know, but all I was telling you was going to the prompt. It was in the prompt. The conversation I was given was trying to tell you that just by a example of what I have done with my child,
So
my
wait.
children.
So you agree? So wait, you agree with you? Hold on. You agree with the comedian that the children are gold diggers? Is that what
No,
you're
I
saying?
never said I agree with him, ma'am. All I'm saying is, if you don't stay in the house with people, you don't know what they have going on. For all
That's
you
not
know,
true.
the
No,
11-year-old
but
girl.
who
For all you
cares?
know, the
No, but
11-year-old girl.
no, who cares? You're being such a fucking Debbie Downer. This is a public figure. We can make assumptions if we want to. Dork.
I want to have something I want to say
Such
real
a
quick.
acting
Not
like a
finna
fucking
talk to me weird,
crybaby.
and
Hold on,
then
I do have something I want to say. Hold on, sir. Hold on, I do have something I want to say. In this context with this child, because I want the audience to understand something. Because this is something that has always happened. That's why Tara always says, and I've been saying this for as long as I've been doing parenting, because that's when I noticed it. People do not give a fuck about children. We not about to debate. I don't give a fuck who you is, what you talking about, what's going on in the house. We not about to debate about an 11-year-old being something that we call adults. We are not comparing an 11-year-old baby, a fucking baby. She's a baby, to an adult. I don't give a fuck what's going on in their house. That bitch ass no neck nigga ain't even in the motherfucking house. He's somewhere being a fucking comedian lizard. I'm about to say a lot lizard, but he ain't no truck driver. He a motherfucking comedian lizard for all these other affluent comedians because he want to get some type of popularity. He not even being a fucking parent, sir. He not being a parent. We're not comparing children to grown women. We're not doing that. That child is being compared to grown people, saying she's a gold digger. That's the issue. You
Miss
can't
Drika, can I ask you a question? Why, Miss Drika, can I ask you a question? You said, why do you believe people don't care about kids? I'm listening to you. I just want to know why you think that.
exactly. She's saying all parents don't care about kids. You can't say all.
Let her
Unless we
finish.
all have
No,
seen
let her
it.
finish. Let her
Yeah.
answer.
All parents, really?
You see, Drika, you done hurt this man's feelings. Now we're gonna have to listen to him cry on the panel
My
till he
feelings
go
ain't
away.
hurt. I'm just not
But
gonna let
Okay,
her talk
let
to
her
me like
answer
I'm
the
less
let
than
her
a
answer the
man.
question.
That's the fucking black woman problem right now.
So I will
You
say,
want to talk to a man like you
Oh,
just
shut the
excuse
fuck
me, hold
up.
on. Like I will, I really
Hold
only want
on.
to,
Hold on one
answer
second.
to the question.
Hold on. Sir, I can talk to men however I want
I
to.
didn't curse you. I didn't deserve to be cursed. You
Okay,
fucking ignorant.
okay, bitch. Now what? You bald headed bitch. I want to move on. You got cursed out by somebody on the panel. You got to get over it. So I am whatever. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm over it.
I'm gonna be honest. I
just don't like being talked to like that.
Well,
There's
it's
no
too
reason
late.
for you to
It's
do
too
that.
fucking bad, sir.
Well, that's good.
Too fucking bad.
But,
I already
what
did
goes
it.
around comes around. You
Oh
can get the
well,
heat too.
oh well. I will. Okay, you
Right.
got it. You got
Right.
it. Okay,
Right.
now mute so we can move on. You won.
No, I got on
You
her.
got
I
it.
got on her ass.
Oh,
No, that's
shut
not how that
up.
works.
Just
Hold up. If you don't
go.
like something, you gotta have a boundary. You can't make nobody respect you. You being a bitch right now. Calm the fuck down.
But I
What's
was.
up, Dark Horse?
Oh, I am. Oh, hey, Dark Horse. I didn't see you up there. Go ahead, Dark Horse.
Hey, y'all. I'll be quick, so we can have a balanced panel. I wanted to bring up the fact that I believe that when men have daughters, what they see is a woman that they can finally shape and make do what they want. So all the things that they can't get the girlfriend or wife to do, who talks back and all of that,
That's
who may
going to
want
land.
these things. Now you tell her how to dress, you tell her where she can go, you tell her what you're gonna spend on her, and she is your captive because she ain't 18 and she got to listen to what you say. That's what it is. So I wanted to bring up that fact. These children do not have autonomy. These children are made to do whatever their parent says, whether it's where you work at 16, whether it's what your study will be in college, whether it's everything. But this conversation they're having up here is how they talk to their daughters. Don't you talk to me that way. Don't you raise your voice at me. I want you guys to know that that's what these daughters are going through. The daughters are going through every time a man feels like he has been disrespected at work by the white man, by a black woman, because she's his equal, they send it down the river to the children. Y'all do. Y'all do. Y'all think these kids are less than, and y'all put them in these positions, and then you're going to turn your back, then turn it around on them and say that they the problem. You're the problem. Y'all treat these kids like shit. You treat them like they second class citizens.
I'm not gonna
You
lie.
do.
It's
Y'all
getting.
do, and I don't like the way y'all talk about children. The way y'all disrespect grown women. You want me to believe that y'all respect children? Y'all are fucking
Who
lying.
dis-
There's no way that you can ever love and talk to a child
who
like that.
disrespect me
And
first?
you and the people who birthed them and who birthed you, you can't stand. You can't stand the person who birthed you. You can't stand the person who birthed your children. But we supposed to believe that you respect the daughters. Get the fuck out of here.
I
That's all I'm
think
gonna
these
say.
is.
And I'm
I
gonna
think.
drop.
I think these is. I think. I mean, I'm not. So I'm not gonna tell nobody that how they feel not valid or that it shouldn't be respected. Because at the end of the day, that is how you feel. I think she said a lot that we supposed to try to keep it away from personal, but I think a lot of the positions that I've heard people speak on are their own experience and viewpoints. Like, all respect to the queen that just spoke, you got up here and said that that's the position of men, and as we can't equivocally say that about every man, but you used your voice and your time to get up here and say that that's where every man sits, and I think that becomes the issue. Like any
She
man
didn't
that's
say
given,
every man.
she she
Yeah,
I'll
definitely
be
she
damned.
definitely
here we
she
go to over
did.
talking.
She did, but
Be damned.
what I am saying is she did say that, and my thing is being careful about what it is that you say when you communicate. And she definitely got a voice, and it deserves to be heard. And to her point, anybody that's moving that way, no, that's not okay. That's not cool. And I'm not going to be on a team of any man advocating for any type of treatment that's wrong. But I do think, and just like I asked earlier, and it wasn't no real answer to it, I asked, why do you feel like people don't care about these kids? And instead of her and PK kind of had they back and forth, and then that question was dropped. And I'm saying it's kind of the
She
same
didn't
thing
get a
when you
chance. Hold
talking.
on. She didn't get a chance to because PK been up here crying about her reaction to him ever since.
And
So she
so
never
and
got even a
so
chance to
and so even and
Women
so
respond.
be
even and
talking.
so
But
Ain't no man
even
honestly,
talking
I feel
over
like,
them.
hold
That
on,
shit
Matt
crazy.
P, you could go. You could leave. You could
so
kick
I
rocks,
think
nigga. You could
so I
kick
think
fucking
even with
rocks.
that, so I think
Anyways,
even
All
with
y'all
that,
I
some
don't think
fatherless
that
bitches.
What's
I
All
don't
wrong?
y'all up in some fatherless bitches. That's why y'all talking that way, y'all
Right.
crazy bitches.
We just
we
talking.
know,
Shut y'all
we
bitch
get it.
asses up. Y'all
We
y'all
will,
don't like
we
and I
the
will.
don't
same
big
You
energy?
wait
Dom,
your
I don't even
turn. You
understand
wait
that.
your turn.
So yeah, so
Wait your
I ain't
turn.
even gonna I ain't even gonna lie. I think whatever back and forth you said Shane get the chance, I'm not here to debate that. To be honest, I don't even care to debate it. But what I am saying is we all got options. And I asked for that question, and she ain't have to address PK. And I don't even the crying thing. I'm not getting into that. I'm not
But the
doing
thing
any of that
is,
with
hold
anybody.
on. Here's
It's
the
the way
thing.
she
Now,
talked to me.
Jesus,
It's
y'all, all men, right? And I'm gonna say all, ALL. All men are misogynistic, and that can be
Yeah,
towards
see, that's
every single
okay.
woman. Hold on, it may fall on the spectrum, and it may the way y'all view women, grown women, may be more severe misogyny, but your daughters are not going to ever be exempt from that misogyny either. That's why I say, that's why if she wanted to say all men or men don't like their daughters, well, I mean, on some type of level, she's right, because all men are
Yeah,
misogynistic. And then
saying somebody's wife don't make them right,
hold
though.
on. All men are misogynistic, and eventually your little girl will become a woman and fall prey to your own misogyny. That's
Hey,
just the way it
hold on.
goes.
I just
So
came up
all
east
women
to
That's
don't
say,
how
like
her daddy
East.
violence.
I
was.
just
That's
came
how
up
her
here to say,
daddy
East.
was.
Hold
I
on,
came
go
up here
ahead,
to say
Darkroy.
that he
That's how her
addressed
daddy.
me. He addressed me and ain't addressed none of these motherfucking men up here disrespectful as hell. So notice when they pick a fight, they always want to pick a woman apart. And I ain't disrespect none of these motherfuckers out here. But he is letting man after man go off and don't say, yo, 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 yo.
Calling
You don't need
somebody
to
a
talk.
He
You're
didn't go
not,
off
motherfucker.
till she went
you're
off.
not addressing men. I'm not talking. I'm talking about I am. He responded to me, and his response is to me, and he also wanted to talk to Drika. You want
I
questions from
apologize.
the women, but you're ignoring the men's behavior. But we're pointing out the fucking men's behavior. You got examples
So
above you,
you're
below you,
gonna,
all
am I
around the
gonna be?
goddamn panel,
So let
but you
me
don't
just
have no
ask.
words for that. So listen, I can't. They're making my point for me. So you don't have to contend my point because I got niggas on the panel right now showing me exactly what I'm saying. So if somebody's going to come up here and disrespect black women off the fucking rip, why in the world do you think that they're gonna respect a child? They're threatening like you're not gonna say this shit to my face. He's saying that to a grown woman. How the fuck do you think he gonna treat a child who
So
So
how
can't
can I
read?
ask
you
you a
gotta
Y'all
get
ain't
the
question?
Like,
talking
counsel.
don't
like
Not
do
only
that
that.
in
that,
Let's
here,
not
hold
do
man.
up,
that. Like,
real
let's be real
quick.
with that
Not
shit.
only that, when Drika pointed out, he tried to derail the conversation. Like, I don't really care about that. Of course you don't. Did Simply
Ma-
get a chance to talk? Go ahead, Simply.
Ma'am, can I ask you a question?
No, you can wait. Hold up.
Simply, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'll speak to the prompt. Um, no, I don't think a lot of fathers like their daughters, let alone love. I don't agree. A lot of fathers like their daughters. But what I will say is, every man that has came up on this panel and that have been in these comments, they read the prompt and they instantly make it personal. I love my daughter. I love my daughter. We don't even know y'all. We don't know y'all personally. We don't. Why are you guys making it so personal? If you love your daughter, then clearly we're not talking about you, correct? I don't get why y'all getting so defensive if you love your kid. Why? It doesn't make
I didn't get
sense.
offensive
Yo,
till
how
she
y'all
cut
Hold
me
up,
doing?
off.
real
How y'all
quick
doing?
before you respond. But Simply, why do you think they taking it so personal?
Because they don't like their daughters. Because hit dogs holler.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's the disrespect then when they
Hey,
I
hey,
disrespect
wasn't,
Mo,
hold
man,
on,
how
hold
y'all
on, Matt,
doing?
because
that
I
shit
was
How
not
y'all
crazy,
doing?
disrespectful to
man.
you at all.
Yeah, that
So
shit
stop.
crazy.
I ain't interrupted nobody. I sat here
Man,
for a
you were
very long
done. You
time
said
watching
what
y'all
you
go
said,
back
and
and
I
forth.
responded to it. Y'all
I wasn't being
disrespectful and won't
disrespectful though.
respect
What
it.
disrespect
But
are
you
you
call
talking
that's
about?
just like if he would have called you
Hold
a
on, no,
bitch.
no,
Well,
no, 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 no. You
you just
said that I
call
was
him a
being
hit dog.
disrespectful.
If I call a
How was
woman,
I being disrespectful?
Okay.
Hold on, Simply, because we can't let them try to take us out the conversation because they're trying to have this personal macho back and forth. It's all about their ego. We can't feed into it. We're gonna focus on the problem.
trying to have a
Hey,
conversation,
if
but
you
y'all
don't
keep
mind.
cutting them in.
Hold on, wait a
Yeah.
minute. Hold on,
How
real
y'all doing?
quick. I'm sorry.
I
Hold
just
on,
joined.
real quick, real
Nobody
quick.
being
The thing
heard but
that
the women.
here's the thing. Mac P, you were the first one to call us bitches. You were not even
So
addressed. You were the first one to call us bitches and call us out of our names simply because we
what?
have an
So
opinion. That's
then,
it. You haven't spoken on the
woman,
prompt.
then
You haven't. The only thing that you've
I want
done
to hear that
is
shit, man.
dick suck the men, suck the men's dick because
The
you are a fucking cock licker, and call women out their names.
Is
This is
this room was
obviously not
allowed
the
on TikTok?
conversation for
that
you
shit, man.
because you are a cock rider. We don't have
I
cocks
want
for
to
you
hear
to
that shit.
ride, okay? And we're not going to sit up here and let you fuck the men on the panel. So why don't you go back down to the comments, bitch, since you want to cry?
Hey, ladies, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? I just
How
joined.
you doing, sir?
I just joined, ma'am. So, I literally just joined, and I was swiping. I'm like, do actually what y'all talking about? So, my answer
Hold
personally,
up.
and I,
Before, don't answer
oh
with a
man,
question. You got to add something to the conversation.
I'm sorry.
You got to
What was
answer
that?
the question.
I'm answering the question that's on the screen, if you don't
Okay,
mind.
go ahead then.
All right. So when I saw it, I'm like, what's going on? So I was like, let me just join because somebody alluded what I said earlier about like I love my daughter because as a father we should take it personal because scientifically y'all came from the man, from our seed. And
No,
I'm
that's
speaking for
not.
just
Hold up.
if
Whoa.
you
Just hold
don't mind,
up. That's not
let me
true.
finish. You have
No,
your
no,
time.
no. No, no, no. I don't let people come up here with misinformation just spread it on my panel. That's not true.
Misinformation.
No, no, sir.
Okay.
That's not true.
Yours. What? How is that not? Explain that to
Go
me,
read.
please.
No,
I'm
go
lost.
look it up. That's not
Go
true.
look, ma'am. I
That's not
studied.
a no. I'm not responding to it because that's not the conversation. Y'all don't have seed, and babies don't come from y'all.
Um,
That was dumb.
so I
I think Ramona's next.
Hi, how y'all
So
doing?
you don't want to. So you
How you
don't want to
doing,
hear what I
I'm
have to
not
say.
Ramona?
gonna stay up long. I just was interested
It's not.
because I just
Honestly, it sounds like this whole room is on zone A. Period.
excuse me.
Okay.
Can I
All
please talk?
right. Okay.
Y'all,
just
y'all a
want to
bunch of angry hoes
apologize
on
to the
this shit.
host. I apologize, host, and to those on the
Hold
panel
on. Somebody was
Angry hoes
already
on here. A
that
bunch
didn't
of
talking.
offend
angry
me.
fucking hoes on here.
Hold on.
That's all
Why
it
y'all
is,
in your
my nigga.
motherfucking feelings? Somebody was talking. Calm the fuck down. Go ahead, Ramon.
It's okay, and that's the thing that I find that's so sad when it comes to our men. It's like they have no problem disrespecting us. It's just a disrespect for me. They'll go and I've seen our brothers talk to women and around men of different races, and that's why we get treated the way we do because our own men don't respect.
Well,
That's
I
all I
can,
got.
but I need to repolish it. That's gonna be the thing. Make sure y'all on mute when y'all come up. Yeah, so like if you have men in society that's misogynistic, this idea that that man had a daughter and all his misogyny is gone is inaccurate. That's not how that works, right? And this is why when we hear about people talking about parents, right, it's like always the mother, not the father, because like we live in a society that essentially like women are supposed to be to blame for anything, and the the lie that just because a man had a daughter, now he's gonna be less misogynistic. It's just that it's a lie. Notice how we're talking about, do fathers actually love their daughters? They can't even speak in general. They feel attacked and they up here crashing out on the panel. So that should say all you need to hear for real. Go ahead, Motown.
Tara, before she go, can I make an observation? There's a difference between like and love, also. And the you could love someone and you could not like them. So can your father love
They
you
don't
and
love
not?
him though. That's the thing. Because even with that argument, you about to give him the love out. But no, we're not even gonna give him that though. That's the thing. To love somebody, and then when we having a topic, and all you could do is talk about the great ways you feel like you did something. That's a no.
True
Prove
that.
it. Don't talk about it. Prove it.
But how y'all expect for a
Oh, that
grown
no,
woman
no PK
to curse
kid.
a man
No, no,
out
no, no.
and
Go
then
ahead, Motown.
Hello, everyone.
they respond, you right? How does that?
Hello, everyone. I'm just getting on the panel. It says, do fathers actually like their daughters? Well, I'm gonna speak for me. I love all three of my daughters.
Oh, you can't bring up personal.
Okay, well,
Jesus. Oh my God.
Let them tell it.
PKD, like, relax.
Hold up. Just hold up. We're gonna just drop him by PK because we can't have a conversation. Now we arguing with dummies who ego feel fragile right now. Go ahead, Motown.
oh well. I mean, my three daughters. I love all three of my daughters. I have a 30-year-old, a 24-year-old, and then I got an 11-year-old. And I'm definitely in all their lives. I mean, I'm there for everything, granddaddy and all
Let
that.
me ask you a question. Why are you on this panel defending yourself?
I'm not defending. I'm just saying what I am.
No. You're defending yourself.
Well, judging from the question you got up here, I mean, I think that's a weird question.
No. You just saying you love him, first of all, isn't proof. But you up here defending yourself. We don't know you.
Okay.
And just because you say you love your daughters don't mean that would be what they say about you. That's you trying to defend yourself. Why
Well,
are you
ma'am,
trying
I'm
to
going
defend? No. The question is, why are you trying to defend yourself? Why do you feel like it's an attack?
because of the question.
No, it's
The
a
question
general
you got up there
question.
says, "Do fathers
Yeah.
actually like their daughters?" So when you have
Yeah,
that
and you
question,
didn't
of
hold up.
course,
Hold up.
can I finish?
Anybody can say they like somebody. I can say and say I love the world. I like all you motherfuckers. That ain't gonna be fucking true. But I said it. So now what? You're not saying anything by coming up here and say your 3 daughters who are spaced out, which is very interesting. You ain't saying nothing about no wife or nothing. You love them so much,
But
and
I didn't
that's
know I had
it.
to mention that.
Hold on, pause, sir. You are
Well, you
defending
study cutting
yourself.
people off when as I was
No. I
talking.
am gonna cut you off because you came up here because
Oh
you
my
are the
goodness!
Hitler on coloring.
Wow.
And you're trying to defend yourself. It's interesting. It's a general conversation. Why can't we find general examples of how fathers are showing their love for daughters? Why y'all gotta censor and everybody got a motherfucking daughter they love so goddamn much, but it's Sunday afternoon and you ain't spending time with her? Come on, be for real.
Go ahead,
Mind if
Money
I jump
Sign.
in and answer? Oh, sorry.
I'll let Money Sign. She was up before you. Go ahead, Money Sign.
Do fathers actually like their daughters? I feel like it's conditional. It's really conditional. If you meet their standard, if you meet what it is that you feel me, the values that your father holds, sure he likes you, but it's very conditional. It's almost like think about how a lot of dudes will have the gay son or thought daughter conversation. They'll praise their sons for catching mondo bodies. Don't matter if it's, you feel me, then let their daughter do the same thing. Now their daughter's a hoe just like their mom. It's, you know, it's really icky and nasty, and the double standards that they hold with their children, especially their daughters, are heinous.
That's actually a great example. I didn't even think about that. Go ahead, Nikki. Or I'm sorry, Night Skin.
For this one, I would just say when it comes to relationships, period, with children, I think that a lot of men don't properly establish relationships with their children, nor do I feel like they actually take the time to do it, which leads to people saying, like, do you actually like your kids? I came from a panel earlier. Both me and my husband were listening, and we were like giving pushback because like the panel on that one was just simply, what does it take to be a parent kind of conversation. And I remember sitting up there, one man made the statement saying it was extreme for him to have to know his child's doctor, his teacher, the shoe size, the clothing size. And it just emphasizes, like, realistically speaking. And even when we see the videos of people, like, I think there was like this Father's Day tribute where they were asking the men on the street very just regular questions about their children. When's their birthday? What's their eye color? Do they have any allergies and simple things? And we saw like how realistically, even though these men are in the household with their children, they know absolutely nothing about them. And I think that speaks further to the relationships that men typically tend to establish even within their own household, when it comes to like just the people that are around them in a constant day to day. So can I sit here and say that do fathers actually like their daughters? It really does come down to the man, but as a whole, not individual, a lot of the perception is that y'all treat your children like they're just there. You don't care. You don't love them, but you're not really indifferent to them. It's one of those. It's not that you don't love them, as my husband is saying. It's like you give this indifferent air. And then even when we're speaking to this comedian, I thought he was talking about some 20 or 30-year-old daughter, which I can understand if it, like, as you get older. I've heard older people, because me and my husband were young, have the conversations about how they feel like a piggy bank to their older children. So I'm sitting up here thinking he's talking about, some older child, and come to find out she's like 11. And I'm like, my guy, anybody who has kids knows that you can't take them anywhere in the store without them asking for something. My 8-year-old, when we went to Target last night, I said in the comments, asked for like 6 different toys and 3 different books. To sit there and think that and to frame it as a transactional relationship between your children is really weird to me, because
who are your children supposed to come to when they want certain things? Like, I don't view my child coming to me constantly and asking me to buy things as, oh, he's just trying to be transitional. He doesn't respect me. He doesn't do this. He doesn't admonish me. No, he's a child. They're going to seek out the people who they feel comfortable asking people for things that they're supposed to provide for them. So it's like this really weird dichotomy that's going on in this man's mind in particular about his 11-year-old who's going to ask for things as a child regardless, and him trying to, I guess, attach it to something else that it's not, it doesn't compare.
Can I say something?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, nobody.
Okay, how y'all doing today, ladies? Fellas, I got a question for y'all, and this is based off of what the prompt is asking.
Questions?
No. You
No
can share
questions
your
for the
thoughts
fellas.
and
No,
we can
no
make.
questions for the fellas that would actually help them
No.
understand what y'all where
No,
y'all
there's
going with
already a
this.
question. You can make your point.
You gotta speak on the prompt.
Okay, speaking on the prompt. The way I see the prompt, it's two ways, and one way we really don't want to talk about, but the way I think that it's meant in context of how it's written in the prompt is a lot of dads aren't in the home. That's number one. Now we got sons and daughters that are not there, or that we're not there for. We're not participating actively, doing the shit that we need to be doing as men collectively, not just individually. And I think that that's the point that's being missed here. We as men are not in the home, so how are we showing that we care about our daughters or our sons? I can't speak to myself because, again, if I speak to myself, my dynamic is a lot different than most. But what I can say is from what I'm seeing and what I see the women dealing with and what the women have been coming back reporting, man, if y'all brothers don't see the shit that y'all doing and how y'all handling y'all babies, it's got to stop. It absolutely has to fucking stop, fellas. And I'm disappointed when I sit and I listen to how y'all come up here and y'all talk about the shit the way that y'all doing, bro. I got 6 daughters, okay? 4 of them live with me in my home. So I don't see no excuses, bro. There ain't nothing that none of their mamas is gonna stop me from when it come to them. Ain't none of that shit going. No, bro. Y'all making too many excuses for being men and standing up on y'all's responsibilities. Get your asses up and do what the fuck y'all supposed to do, dog. Like all of this complaining that's going on the internet, bro. And I am the one that has been bringing the shit to the front, asking the right questions, and actually trying to have conversation with these women, bro. They fed the fuck up. It's that simple.
Thank you. You landed? Well, I'm
Yes,
gonna
ma'am.
land you
Go
right
ahead.
there. Also, too, thank you for contributing to the female population. I love a man that can make more women. Go ahead, I am.
Brothers, I want y'all to listen real close too. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, good morning or afternoon, whoever. Listen, to the prompt. Yes, fathers like their daughters. See, this comedian guy that we talking about here, I wouldn't consider him a father. He would be more like a donor, you know what I'm saying, who just managed to get some sort of comedic status, right? So I wouldn't consider him a father. He's a donor. A lot of y'all women know what I'm talking about, right? So I would say, yes, a real father likes his daughter, likes his son, loves his children. He took the time to be a father, not a daddy, not a donor. You understand? You understand what I'm trying to say here? You know, but I just want to say this and I'm gonna leave it alone.
Y'all have a lot of categories.
Well, I
Men
mean,
have a lot of
it's life,
categories.
baby. It's life, baby. It's gonna always be categories. You just gotta understand how they all operate. Okay. Now, I've been listening to you guys for a while now, since I happened to stroll over here in the space, and I'm hearing a lot of conjecture on both sides, y'all. We at a deficit in our community for unity, right? These folks is trying to take us out. We got to do better than this, man. I hear a bunch of arguing. I hear a bunch of finger pointing. I hear a bunch of poking and jabbing, spitting a lot of venom on each other. Like, we got to stop this in our community, man. These motherfuckers want us gone, and we trying to help them, it seems. Y'all, peace and love.
No, it's the same thing. No, it's the same thing when you bring up like racism and white people, and they be like, why we gotta keep talking about racism? We're talking about a problem we have in society, and we don't talk about the problems. We just want to put like a veil over it and pretend like it's all good. Like if it's a problem, it's an issue, how the hell do you ever plan to come together with somebody if you don't address issues? That don't make any sense.
It don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Embracing,
Y'all gotta
embracing conjecture don't
It
make
makes
sense either.
This ain't no
Hold on, Bendo. I 1,000% agree with you, Tara, because it sounds like whenever we try to talk about our issues in our community, and it's usually the accountability needs to fall onto Black men, then it's, oh, why can't we get along? The white man trying to keep us apart and blah, 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 blah. But if we was up here talking about Sexy Red, you niggas be ready here twerking, scrubbing the ground to talk down on Black women. So anyways, go ahead. You can go ahead, Bando.
Hold on, Drizzy, did you want to say
Can
something?
I add something at any
Hold
point?
on, real quick.
or whatever. And they
Hold
just
up, real
like,
quick.
No, you can let him go. I just walked in the store.
they just
Okay.
like, why wouldn't a father actually like his daughter? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to answer your question with a question, but I just go to really deeply thinking like, why wouldn't a father like his daughter?
When
You
you
know,
went deeply thinking, what did you find?
I really can't.
You found nothing.
It's shit to say, but it's just like it just make you think like, damn,
You
why?
I'm
you
saying when
wanna
you
you want
went
an
deep
honest
into,
answer?
hold on, when you went deep in your brain to find some context to that question, what was in there?
Well, shit, what the fuck? He got down, I don't know, did something to her. She got a girl. But it's just a question at hand. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like even if it wasn't a daughter, even if it was a son, you feel me? It's just like, why would they not? You know?
Because people are humans. Somebody could not like somebody because they're a burden. Some people view their children as a burden. Some people view their children as just, okay, I did this. I brought this thing into the world. Let me take responsibility for it. But I really don't, care about it. Like, there's plenty of reasons why a man in this context, speaking to the conversation, could not like his daughter. She could have did something he don't like. And he's just like, I don't want to deal with you anymore because you done did some stuff I don't like. Therefore, it makes me not like you.
But
I've seen situations. I've seen where you have fathers who have their daughters, and the second their daughter is like, okay, no, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do this the way I want to do it. He's like, well, f you, you're on your own. I don't care about you no more. And he's quick to cut that relationship off simply because she did not do what he wanted her to do. Like, I remember in high school, one of my friends went through that with her dad because she wanted to go to a particular type of college and he didn't want her to go there. And she's like, no, I'm going to this college. I'm doing this career field. And he was like, well, deuces, don't come back to my house. And she left, and that was the end of their relationship.
Also, too, I just the way. Also, if you speak about the precedent that he set with his daughter was he buys her things. That's the precedent that he set. My daddy gonna get me whatever I want. My daddy, all I gotta do is ask my daddy, he gonna get it. That is also the precedent that he set with his son as well. And when he spoke on his son, he spoke because that's another thing too. We haven't mentioned that he also has a son, there too, and he spoke on his son as if he was a king. He spoke on his son as if like, oh, that's my little man. At the end of the day, unfortunately, men, period, are misogynistic, and sometimes that misogyny falls on their daughters. And when he became a Black man that came from absolutely nothing to somebody with a little bit of money, now he's probably getting asked for a lot of money, especially by the women that he's coming into interacting with Hollywood. And that misogyny that he has for those Hollywood women or older women or Black women or whatever is falling on his daughter.
And I just want to add on to that. With that being said, it's like, think of it like this. Men will treat their significant others, the women that they deal with, like absolute garbage. I'm saying, like, no remorse, no feelings towards it. And in the same light, want their daughter, say they love their daughter the most, and that they would never or even feel the need to be rageful towards other men pursuing their daughters. It's like they don't. It's more of a possessiveness from what it looks like to me. It doesn't look like love, because at the end of the day, you look hypocritical even speaking on anything else when all you've done for the majority of your life is disrespect women.
Yeah, I like when you say the possessiveness thing, because that's interesting. It's true, because a lot of times men say, well, I protect my daughters. I tell her about X, Y, and Z about me, and I do all this stuff. It's like, That's because you don't want to be dominated by another man through your daughter because
Yeah,
you see her as a possession. You
it's the
see her
same way.
as
Like my
ownership.
my fault. I'm sorry. I
No, go
was saying
ahead.
it's the same way. Like how I was saying with the with the bodies thing. You feel me? Men are often applauded even at young ages. You feel me? If you bet in a woman, you the man. You feel me? Even amongst your friends, amongst your adult male relatives, your role models, you are applauded. That same thing cannot be said towards a woman. Now your value is you've devalued yourself. You've deflowered yourself. You're no longer worth more than what you were prior because you've given yourself away. If that's the case, then both things have to be said both ways. But men see women as a thing to be conquered, as a thing of property, regardless of whether it's your spouse or your child.
Go ahead, ATV.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Yeah.
I don't think fathers like their children, unless, especially their daughters, unless for two reasons: unless they are fully acquiesced to like what they want, um, or if they look a certain way. Because I feel like when a dad thinks his daughter is like really pretty, usually meaning racially ambiguous, he flaunts her off and will go to the sun and the moon for her. But if she don't look like that, he's a little harder on her. That's just an observation that I made. But I just want to say, listening to the panel, I want to help some of the people out. When unless the word all is used, they're not. Nobody's talking about everybody. Nobody's talking about all people. So fathers doesn't mean every father. So we don't need to hear about you as a father specifically because it's not about you. I just want to add that. Now I'll go on mute for now.
Yeah, y'all gotta stop saying like these niggas not listening to y'all. Y'all know that, right? Like they don't like they triggered. They hollering for a reason.
Yeah, I just seen
They
somebody
personalize
else.
it. It's a reason why they personalize it. It's a reason why they up here telling their whole fucking rap sheet and defending themselves about something. It ain't got their picture on the screen. It ain't their motherfucking name on the screen. But yet they feel like, oh, I gotta tell y'all, I got all these daughters. I love my daughters. I love my daughters. That's not you missing the whole point. And honestly, the point ain't for you. But it's like the reality is, it's like y'all can't pretend like your hatred, your disdain, the way you use women just go away because you had a fucking daughter. That's not true. It doesn't. And you end up treating your daughters a certain way and you want to pretend like it's not happening. That's what I'm talking about. That's that problem where it's like, oh, not me, I'm different. What the dude came up here and said the dynamic of my home is different? Shut the fuck up. Like stop inserting yourself when we're talking about a social issue, when we talk about social problems, how we live in a misogynistic fucking society, and how we can do anything to dismantle it and change perceptions. It's like, well, let me get in real quick. Let me put my story in there real quick. Don't nobody give a fuck about you. Don't nobody believe what the fuck you saying. That's the thing. But whatever. Go ahead, LaShaw.
Yeah, I feel as if as a father,
Look
I'm
at
not
this
gonna get
shit.
I'm not gonna get personal. Damn, can I talk? Can I
No, go
talk?
ahead,
When
LaShawn.
when my child goes off to college or
Whoa.
goes out to the real world, that she can conduct herself in a way where she's not going to be, um, you know, uh, put anybody put her hands on her or get in any situation like that. I can't be there 24/7. I can't protect her 24/7. Of course, I love my kids. I mean, that's not nothing. You know what I mean? That's my personal opinion.
I
But
told you. That's what I'm
This is
saying. ATV ain't
insane.
no point. They can't help themselves.
Yeah, that's
They
no, but
crazy
can't
as
help
I'm not.
hell.
I don't
themselves.
care what y'all think, though. I'm just saying.
But
I'm
but
saying as if
hold
as a
on,
father that is
sir.
present in his children.
Hold on, because he gonna keep on, and I can't scream. Remember when I be telling y'all that their ego is what leads them? They can't hear. They can't even hear that they're walking themselves into opening up the door to being cursed out, disrespected, people dragging them about their personal stuff, people dragging them about whatever, because their ego is what's in front. That's what's charging their response. So even though he's done heard us say, you just said, don't go personal. East came off mute and said something about that. We've said that multiple times throughout this live. He's still gonna go personal because he doesn't have any
Give a
pride.
fuck about your opinion, bitch. Listen,
Look at this
uh,
shit.
Listen, there we
Hold
go.
on,
This is, but you
Y'all
respect
don't like your
women.
man,
daughter.
shut the fuck.
And now he about to be homophobic. Now because it's me, he about to be homophobic. Like,
no,
you
it
bitches are
don't
so
Man,
matter.
you ain't even got
predictable.
no damn dad.
Yes, I
It
do. Are you dumb?
Damn, yeah, a lot of you.
it
I
don't
Everybody
love
has
me
a
matter.
too.
dad.
Not you,
Everybody
It
got a
hoe.
does.
Give
dad,
me
bud.
personal
It
opinion. You
doesn't
ain't got no
matter. Hold
dad.
on, y'all. It doesn't matter that he's about to have a motherfucking heart attack up here, screaming in his fucking phone through his gums. Cause I can hear that you missing teeth. I can hear the front tooth at that. No, you
Let me
missing teeth,
talk. You said it's
sir.
my
You
space,
missing
and you
teeth.
won't even let
And I can tell that he been to prison
And
too. I can
he
hear
got
that
a
he been to
grown daughter and
prison.
he acting like that too. That's crazy.
Embarrassing.
But that's my point. I want to be clear. He missing his front teeth. Um, the thing that's interesting is they don't have no pride. It's all ego. It's all ego. So when I pointed that out, of course he want to crash out incoherently, which is fine. But they're gonna keep on coming up here trying to validate themselves, trying to protect themselves. You would think that we putting them on trial. You would think that we know their personal business. And any man that comes up here and center their situation and try to prove to us, some strangers, that they don't give a fuck about, that they're good dads, I guarantee you they're mistreating their daughters. They're the very ones mistreating their daughters and sons.
You know,
Guaranteed it.
you know what's interesting? We'll hear men all day tell us that, men shouldn't have to go to the courts and fight for their children, but Lord, won't you fight for your fucking ego on a goddamn panel? If only you could redirect that fucking energy. That shit is interesting. But y'all don't defend yourselves. All right, whatever. What's up, Danger?
Hey, thank you for having me.
Mhm.
Can y'all
You
hear
want to
me?
say something? Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to say, I don't know like all the rules of the panel, but the one thing that I noticed when I was looking at the videos, I went and watched him try and defend himself and a couple other people, and they were trying to bring up the nuance of the fact that he had been separated from his daughter due to like some custody issues, and they were trying to say like, oh, that's what he was kind of speaking about. And so the one thing I feel like he might be missing is that depending on how long he was separated from his daughter, I just feel like he may have missed some developmental milestones that make it feel um, a little jarring for him. Because if he was separated from her when she was like maybe 8 or 9, I just feel like kids typically go through a transition once they hit like 10, 11, 12, and he might be just overly judging something that's like a normal developmental thing for a child. I have a lot of other thoughts about him, but that was just kind of the one thing that I wanted to point out for right now.
Yeah, so they didn't really get into it, but it was interesting because his son stayed out of it. Son hold him on a pedestal, whatever. He a hero. That shit was crazy. But the daughter is like, the reason why she's like this is because of the mama. The mama don't give me enough time with the baby and all that shit, which is like it. It always go back to like a woman. Unfortunately, even his daughter.
Yeah, I
Um,
was I was
Go
very
ahead.
shocked to see the difference between the clip of him talking about his mom and then to see the one about his daughter after, because he really had me fooled. Like he came off as very emotionally mature in that clip of him talking about his mom. Just to see him do his daughter like that is crazy.
Tara, can I ask a question real quick? I wonder if do y'all think that the reason he was insinuating that his daughter was treating him like a wallet was to try to like subconsciously or like underhandedly say that the mother was a gold digger and was trying to teach
Yeah,
their
he was
daughter
trying.
that?
Yeah, he was trying to.
Absolutely.
That's the thing. He was lumping them together.
Yeah, I got that too.
Who's this? What's up,
Cats.
Kat?
Hi, hey everybody. Happy New Year. I know we late into the month, but so I came in late to the conversation, but so I'm not sure exactly what y'all talking about, but I do want to say about what the prompt is. Do fathers actually like their daughters? And there's
Oh, sis, your mic off.
Go ahead and messenger.
the will to change. Can you hear me?
Oh, when you go out of the app, we can't hear you.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, but I was saying it's a book by Bell Hooks that I've been listening to. It's called The Will to Change. And I had to stop because it really touched me and it really hurt. It's pretty much talking about how, patriarchy have poisoned the mind of men and women, and not all patriarchy is the rule of men, men, centered ruling. And patriarchy isn't bad, it's the way it's been enacted. But
No, you
anyway,
can't simply. So that no, it's not just that it's rule of men. It's certain characteristics because
yeah,
when you frame it that way, then you'll have men saying, "Well, like matriarchy just ruled by women, when matriarchy would literally be
yeah,
egalitarianism."
yeah,
The
yeah.
problem is,
It's mhm.
the problem is like men trying to put them on tops and the characteristics that come along with
Yes,
patriarchy. Not just
and
that it's
they,
man rule. It's that
yeah,
it's driven by their ego and their subconscious. What we talk about womb envy and like how they have a disdain for women and they are competitive with each other, which is interesting, but
yeah,
they collectively come together to like subjugate women to have access to them. But
yeah.
it's more
I
than just
completely
ruled
understand.
by men.
I completely understand it. Like those are the other things that go along with it. I was just talking about literally like the definition of it. The other things we know, and unfortunately, when people think about uh things being ruled in a patriarchal manner, they're associated with how things will be ruled under a patriarchal manner because that's all that they can conceptualize. When it's not that, it's a completely different structure. And that's pretty much, that's a lot of what this book was talking about. And she was speaking about how we feel towards men and how, we want men to change, but because it's so much hurt, and how when they grow up from being sweet little boys and turn into, you know, hating women and not even realizing trying to enact control, we wish that they were dead or not in our lives because we love them so much. And we can't see no way out, and we don't, and so the only other option ends up being going to the extreme, and that disgusting feeling of just wishing that they weren't around. And so any guys that's on the panel or that may be listening down in the chat, when these women, this is my first time up here, when we're speaking about things, I know all we hear and all I hear is, oh, you're a man hater. No, a lot of women love men. We hate the things that y'all do. We hate the lack of emotional regulation. And that when we ask, I'm speaking from the point of view of being a mom of 3 kids and a daughter. I dislike my dad, but I coexist with him and love him because he's my father. The reason I dislike my dad are not because I have daddy
No,
issues.
no personal assist.
Oh, no person. Okay. All right. How can I make this general? I feel like a lot of women may dislike the men in their life because of their character traits, not because they're men, because we want them to be more and do more and be able to regulate themselves and be able to open up to them. So as far as the question, do fathers actually like their daughters? I think fathers love their daughters. I don't think that they're able to understand, you know, and patriarchal mindset comes into play, and they be so messed up about things such as their daughter getting older, wanting to get a boyfriend, and all this stuff, and it warps in their mind in the
So
same
let me
way.
just say this. Hold on, I'm gonna just say this about the it ain't about whether women hate or love men. Thank you, T-Bird. None of that shit fucking matter. It end up how we get the racism talking about being friends with somebody of the same skin color. None of that shit fucking matter. It's about a societal thing. And when we say, oh, it's just the women and the personal experiences they had in life, no, we're talking about a structural system, which is I thought you would allude to when you referred to the book that Bell Hooks wrote. Because, like, yeah, we talking about a book and she's talking about the society that's structured a certain way. And we're talking about pattern recognition and recognizing how we're socialized and conditioned and based on gender under a patriarchal society. And we like, well, just a person. No, it's not. It's not about any of these individual men. They get in their fucking feelings because they have fragile egos and they always defending themselves because they have fragility. What it comes down to at the end of the day, it's the societal problem. You never hear like like if a white person came in a room talking to black people about racism was like, well, you only feel about that because of the personal like the white people in your life. You'd be like, what the fuck is you talking about? That's not what it is. It's never a personal thing. It is never fucking personal. The thing is though, we need to understand that under a system, right? It's going to show up in everybody you fucking know. There's no like, oh, there's the good ones and the bad ones. It's in everybody you know. You just got to be able to recognize it. That's why you educate yourself to see how it shows up. Thank y'all for the gifts.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
speak.
Oh, sorry. Is my
Well,
time
hold
up?
on, because we gotta let other people talk, sis. Is it okay if Messenger goes, Tara?
Yeah, go
So we
ahead.
could open up the panel. I'm gonna just land you right there. We could open up the panel after him.
Okay, thank y'all for having me. I'm a father of three, and I served in the military
Oh
for
my
4
God.
years. Was a diplomat to Saudi Arabia, and I'll say this: fathers actually love their daughters. From my experiences and the people I've been around, how I grew up. The thing is, with fathers, we're more concerned about the mechanics of things, and sometimes we misunderstanding the mood of things. Again, mechanics versus mood. And I've been told, I had to change in some of my techniques because it's not what I said, but it was how I said it. And so I'm learning. And, I stopped to listening to this because I was hearing other men talk, and I was like, whoa, man, I know I don't sound like that. And hopefully, the message that's coming across, I see why women feel this way. And
Yeah,
again,
you sound
I
like
think,
that.
huh?
You do sound like that.
Well, I can understand that. After hearing some of the things I've heard, I get it. I can't take it personally because you don't know me, but it does break my heart for so many women to feel like their fathers don't love them. And
No,
I
it's not.
wish
It's not
more
about the
fathers.
fathers. Again, it's not about the fathers not loving them. It's like how we again. I reiterated and it's been made clear that we talking about a society issue. And the first thing you gave was how you have children and you inserted yourself. That's the thing. And Drake already made it clear. It's like y'all like oblivious to it. Like we can point it out and you'll do it anyway, and you'll be like, I don't know what y'all talking about. Like it's just interesting. It's very interesting. And now you're like, oh, well, it's because your fathers didn't love you. Y'all niggas father don't love y'all. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all got fathers who punch y'all in the chest.
Hold on.
Hold up. Y'all got fathers who punch y'all in the chest and won't even kiss you on the forehead. Like, let's be for real. So if we're gonna talk about the fathers who don't show up for their children, let's link that back to how the men are flawed and the way that men are conditioned can be dangerous for children, period. Like it's just interesting how you try to like
Hold
that
on. I
passive
never.
aggressive sneak diss shit y'all be doing, and you at the same time not fully conceptualize what's going on. But
Yes.
you tried though.
He sure did try
But
it.
see, that's where I low key agree with you at, because men aren't necessarily raised in the light to where their emotional intelligence can keep up with that of a woman. I'm not marking that as an excuse, but it comes off as like you you don't understand, and then you don't want to try to understand either.
So I'm gonna try to talk to him and see if you can
Did you want to
end this room.
respond? Oh, hold on, Pam. I'm gonna mute you. Did you want to respond, Messenger, to what Tara said? Because I do think that it's really important that you understand, like, you completely bypass. That was an amazing example that she gave about how black people say white people are racist and a danger to us. And then that would be like a white person saying, well, no, that's just the white people that you know. And then for you to turn around and passive aggressively say, well, it's so sad to hear these women say that their daddies don't love them. Like, do you see the correlation of what you just did and what and Tara's example, and how you immediately then enacted her same example?
I understand my intent and I understand the impact of what I said. And I'll say this again. The mechanics of things. You know, I'm not a English professional or professor, and I'm learning, and I'm open to any dialogue that makes me better. So I'm grateful for hearing what she said. That wasn't my intent, but I understand what she's saying. But going back for my experience and from my tone and listening to what I'm hearing
Hold on,
from
you
this,
understand what I'm saying, and then you about to
I
go to
do.
your tone. You didn't clarify that you understood by saying restating in your own words, but now
How do
you're
you
going to
want me to
say
say it?
my experience.
Well,
You
how do you
are
want me to say it?
contradicting yourself. You didn't
How do you want
understand
me to say
before.
I understood what you
No, now
said?
you hold up. Don't try to get aggressive with me. I'm just
No,
pointing
it's
out
no
what you
aggressive
said.
here,
You say
man.
you understood.
Mechanics
You clearly
versus
did not
move.
understood. You did not understand what I said because you straight went to my understanding,
Could you help me
my
understand more?
experience, my experience.
Well, how about this? Help me overstand. Explain
Stop
it to me.
stop centering yourself is what she's trying to say. Don't make it about you.
Okay, well, do fathers actually like their daughters? As a father, I'm answering this. I love my daughters.
Don't answer it as a father.
He can't
Answer
hold
it.
on, ATV,
Other
ATV.
fathers I've been
I'm not,
around,
hold up.
I
I'm not
did. Hold
walking
on,
him down to
hold on.
understand.
Don't cut me
I
off. I
want
didn't
y'all
cut
to
you off.
see, I want y'all to see that they
But
can't understand. It's not about him understanding it. I want
we
the
can. Like
people
at the
to
end of the day,
see, hold up, sir. Hold up, sir. I want the people to see that it don't matter how many times you explain it and how you word it and how many people say it, they can't understand. They're like Indrika pointed out earlier, like it's not conceptualizing.
well,
And
That's
instead
actually
of
deep.
him
I'm
trying
just
to
gonna say this.
understand
I'm
the
grateful that y'all
point,
gave me a
instead of
chance
trying to
to
understand the
speak.
point, he's being
Y'all,
Trying to
passive
prove that
aggressive because he
and
feel
trying to
attacked.
prove that he one of the good ones. Yeah, that's
it
deep.
don't. No, I don't know what side someone got to be on. I don't look at life like that. Whether someone's good or bad. I don't judge. I observe. And most fathers, when you get to a
It's
place
a
where you are
developmental delay,
raising
Summer.
kids, and you've been in places where you've had to take care of soldiers and people.
It's a
Have you? Do you
systematic
have any kids?
developmental delay.
Do you have any
Rose,
kids?
can I speak, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, it's interesting to me how nobody, all these men came up here talking about how they are a good dad, and I did that myself. All right, I'll hold myself accountable because I did throw that in there. But my question to the brothers is, what the fuck are y'all doing about any of the complaints that y'all got? When y'all talk about these systematic oppressions and the way that we're being held back as a culture, black men, right? What the fuck are y'all doing about it? You know what I mean? Like, are y'all trying to get child support? Like, the ones for the ones that talk about how unfair the child support and the family court system is. Are y'all actively out here trying to do something about it, or are y'all just sitting in y'all's fucking shit complaining about it? Because what I find interesting, what I've noticed over the last 3 days is I took the initiative to start a fucking petition to change some of that shit, right? And what I also noticed is that men would come through my lives and they'd look at what the fuck was going on, but they scroll right by. You understand what I'm saying? So, do y'all really like your daughters? Because if you did really like your daughters, y'all would be jumping at the opportunity to get shit like this on the bill to even out the playing fields in the areas that we say as men, right? That it's not beneficial to us. So I gotta ask, do y'all really like your daughters? That's what these women are asking. Do y'all really like y'all's fucking daughters?
I'm gonna say, just if you look at it from like before Kim ago, if you look at it from a systematic issue about the what's happening that's impacting women as a whole, because every woman got a father, everyone. You may have an absent father, you may have a present father, but you got a father. The way that when Roe v. Wade got overturned and not one man started a petition, went to the United States Congress, wrote their petition their congressman, boycotted anything, didn't do anything to help their daughters who would be impacted by the overturning of Roe v. Wade. That was very telling. How when they dropped DEI, and I know a big percentage of the people that was affected by the dropping of DEI are predominantly white women, but white fathers didn't help their daughters, and 300,000 black women were also impacted by that, and those black fathers didn't help their daughters. And the fact that they're now trying to overturn no fault divorce, meaning that women, if they're in an abusive relationship or anything like that, they won't be able to escape that. Their fathers are not trying to help that. And now that they're trying to enact in some states where they're trying to lower the age of consent, who will definitely impact their daughters, they're not trying to fight back that either. that is why I will say with my whole fucking chest, men do not like their daughters.
You ate that.
Word.
Look,
Hey, can I say
with,
something? Is Kimalu what they do?
Oh, it's Kima turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just wondering, did you guys notice that since like the biblical time they said that men will control women or like rule over women, what if this is like the results of that?
It is.
It is. This, yeah. You're
It's
right.
like
This is
ancient. It's like an ancient not competition, but like a curse almost.
Because it was exactly that. Like
They've
up
been against
until
us
a
since
couple
like the beginning
decades
of
ago.
time. Like we always been like
she was
the
before you,
enemy,
TK. She was
even
before
though
you.
we are the creators of them. Like how does that work? How can you
Because of the
not like
Bible.
something that created you?
Because of the Bible. Like the
Yeah.
answer is the question. The question is the answer, and the answer is the question. It is because of the Bible, and this is why so many men try to preach like religion. Like if you look, a man will always say, "I want a God-fearing woman," which really means I want a man-fearing woman, because it don't make no sense, but they said that man is made in the image of God, but they came from our womb, so that don't make no sense. But
But
It's a
wait,
it's
East,
man's
you
because
just
of
said
world.
religion.
something. East, you
It's a
just said
man's
something.
world.
But wait, you just said something that is funny. They want a God-fearing woman, and God is supposed to be their father that they fear. So I believe you don't like your children. You want them to fear you. For that,
Like
that literally just popped in my head when you said that.
Because if you look at some dude who was putting it in the comments earlier, a Bible verse from, I don't even remember what it was, but he said basically a woman shall not speak in terms of a man. She must always be quiet or something. He was spamming it in the comments for like 5 minutes. And dudes really do carry that mindset. Like a lot of dudes believe that a woman should have no say. Woman should cook, clean, shut
we're
the fuck up.
everything. We're
like
everything.
like that's and that's a sickness, bro. That is a sickness. It's not 10,000 BC, bro.
How do we fix this though?
Ability.
No, deconstruction.
You gotta exactly ATV. You gotta deconstruct. A lot of black folks don't want to admit it, but that book, baby, that book is doing a number to our community. It's doing a number to our community, to our women, and especially to our men. It's a reason why they was willing to unalive you from a tree if they caught you reading anything other than that book. So in order to understand, like, this is the thing. White supremacy, Christianity is rooted in white supremacy. Patriarchy is rooted in white supremacy. It's all the same thing. It's all the same. But I don't think that Tara want to talk about religion on her panel right now, because it gets weird.
It wasn't talking about religion. It was talking about like the source and like the root of this issue, how it got here and how long it's been.
Yeah, but the weirdos are gonna come when it comes to
It's
religion.
hold on. It's the way you frame it is important, right? It's not that it's a curse, right? It's not that this is just a curse. It's that men wrote the fucking book. Men wrote the book, and the problem is a lot of people don't know what the world looked like before the fucking time that they're referring to in the book, or how, like, because the book is a bunch of fucking lies, right? The Bible is the colonizer's handbook. They use it to rule over people, and it's the same pattern over and over again. And then, like, because you were taught this religion before you could rationally thought for yourself, before you could logically think when you was a child, before you could tell the difference between facts and reality, they spoon fed you this religion. They told you that this magical nigga in the sky looking at you, following you around everywhere, and now that, like, subconsciously you police what you say and you buy into this. So it's not that it's just a curse, and it's a curse that God did. It was something that men did to justify their
Yeah,
actions, to
that's what I'm
justify
saying.
the position
It
that
came
women are in.
from a man.
No.
This is what
And
I'm
this
saying.
the
When it
reason.
came to when I
No,
said something about that, I
hold
was
up. I was still
meaning the
talking.
root of the
Hold up.
conflict of why
I'm at the
fathers
mute. I
don't
was still
like.
talking. again, y'all need to look like the planet is not what 5,000 7 years, how many thousand years old or whatever. Like we existed far far long before that, and y'all don't understand that. Like when they came up with the concept of gods, like the original gods were women, because humans didn't understand how people were made. Like men knew they had something to do with it, but they didn't understand the reproductive process. And it was just oh my god, the creator, that's where the creator came from. And now you got a nigga coming on the panel talking about a fucking seed, like men make babies and they don't. So yeah, y'all gotta understand, like the book was always there to trap your mind into thinking a certain way. It's the domestication process of human beings.
Yeah. So like basically, if you want to unpack misogyny, we got to unpack patriarchy. And if we well, I'm gonna just say this real quick. If we want to deconstruct misogyny and oppression and racism, we got to deconstruct patriarchy. Then if we want to deconstruct patriarchy, we have to deconstruct religion. And that's why I suggest to all Black women, the first book that we should be reading is not bell hooks, it's not womanist theory, it's not hood feminism. It's going to be When God Was a Woman, because we were gods, we were considered gods long before that book was ever written. And it wasn't just in Africa, it was in every single continent in the world, all over the world. Men are the ones that created this. They're the ones that made themselves God and then created the hellhole that we live in today. Go ahead, Drika.
I just
That's all.
wanted, I forgot some of what I was gonna say, but I just wanted to clarify something. In my opinion, I think that before YT supremacy, I think it was patriarchy. And when we talk about like the religious aspect, I know that we're talking more about it's beyond just Christianity. It's all religions, and that's why I think that it's important for us to recognize the patriarchy comes first, because then you can understand how because the Black community didn't have to take religion the way they did. Black men and Black male centered ideals is why they use the pulpit to control the Black community, and that was based on solely on the patriarchy. The YT supremacy and all that other stuff just was kind of a part of it. But that's why I want women to understand that when you ask about or you think about a solution, we have to be realistic that a lot of these men they are conscious in what they're doing because they are patriarchal. It has nothing to do with the grace part. That is what they get to hide and victimize themselves under. But even if we wasn't here, a lot of the stuff that we experience within the community would happen anyway. So when we're talking about this topic, and children and the girl children and women, it is coming from men who was gonna behave like this regardless. They just have the cushion of not disguising us, but putting blindfolds over our face and distracting us with the racism aspect. I just wanted to make that point.
I just thought about something else too, since we talking about the book. They justify violence against people because by describing God as violent. It's
Violent
crazy.
and vengeful.
Can I say that I only brought that up, that the Bible, just for the simple fact of that's how our society was created in our today's society now. It came from back then till now, and it's been a very, very long time. It's been systematically on purpose against us for a very long time.
Yeah, girl, you was right. You was right from the very beginning. Nobody was saying that she was wrong.
Yeah, right on that.
Yeah.
I mean, they even say in the silent part out loud now that they don't even think Black people are truly of God.
It's just like not of the white God. I'll stand by that. You can't tell me that he was born in the sands and he was pale skinned and flowy long white hair.
Hold on, real quick. Now we about a white God, Black God. You say he, right? If there was a God, it wouldn't be a man. But there is no fucking God. Humans are egotistical as fuck. Humans are full of themselves. Humans are like, oh, all this shit was made for us, and if it's a god, they look like us. Like y'all, like the concept of what y'all have as God is fucked up in the first place. But no, we're not doing white God versus black God. We're not doing the black white dick swinging contest. That shit
Oh
fucking
no, no,
crazy.
no. When I said
So
that,
how do we
when I
get them to
said that, I
like
was
us?
just talking about how it's portrayed generally and how it's rooted in white supremacy. But
And I right, that's what I was getting at too.
yeah,
That
it
the
wasn't. It
people who
wasn't on
tried
no
to
like.
the people who tried to make us believe that God loved us and all of that are the same people that saying that we're not even of the God. And so I was talking about the
Yeah,
white supremacist aspect
yeah,
But
too.
hold
yeah.
on, we gonna go to Lori or Tori. Go ahead, Tori. Lord.
Told y'all. I told y'all. She don't like the book, y'all. You don't listen. Go ahead,
My
Tori.
bad.
I was thinking,
Tori gone. Go ahead, Laura.
Um, of course, fathers actually like their daughters, unless you grew up in a fucked up, traumatized household. Because the household I grew up in, my father loved me, so I'm confused.
Where he at? Hold up.
Speak
Where
generally,
he, hold
sis.
up, y'all. Where he at?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Put him on the phone.
He passed away last year. Why would I, like, what?
It's interesting because you as a woman appear to about your father's perspective instead of speaking on this comment. Like he cared about you. All right, so what? Do you think you special? Do you think other people don't have fathers? Like I'm
Nobody
confused
said
about what your
that. I
comment.
said, I don't know.
No.
I said,
You didn't add nothing to the conversation. You like my daddy loved me. All right. So now what?
you must not hear anything I said. It was
Now
not the
I
only
heard what
thing
you
I
said.
said.
Now what?
her answer is yes. How do we get them to like us? Then.
No,
Whoa,
so
whoa, 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 whoa,
What?
whoa.
Say
wait,
what?
wait, hold on. Come on, hold on. You gotta mute because your sound is loud. But to Laura, this is, I don't know how long you've been listening, but this the thing. The reason why the host is saying, so now what? Because you can't prove it and you're making it about you. And then you're gonna get
I didn't
offended.
make it about me. I didn't get offended at all. I don't even know. Y'all came up and
Hold
did like, what the
on,
fuck is you talking about?
hold
Bitch,
on,
you hold on.
hold
Nobody
on.
got
Yeah.
motherfucking.
Now
I
your
Y'all
got
daddy
heard
it.
that
love you,
nigga
I,
in
but
the
you
hold
mad.
background.
on. I
Calm
got it.
down.
I got it. Young bitch. You talk to
Old bitch.
you dig your daddy
Dry
up.
bitch. Shut the fuck.
You dig your daddy up and talk to him like that.
Old bitch.
Cause
Oh,
he's hold on, y'all.
Bitch, pick your
Hold on, everybody else.
mommy.
Everybody else. I
Daddy.
can't go back and forth with her if
Duh.
y'all jumping off mute. And I'm trying to keep her together. But you dig your daddy up because he dried out. That's who dried out. He
Fuck
dried out. Like I said, you're upset.
you
You
and me.
made it about yourself.
Oh,
You made it about yourself, you stupid
oh,
bitch. And
oh,
now you arguing.
oh,
You arguing. And you
oh,
want in the morning.
oh,
In the morning.
oh.
Because I'm not going to be upset. This
You
the thing. You made it about yourself and we can't go no further.
nobody made
Yes, you did. You
you
made it about your father and yourself. And I can tell based on how you responding that he wasn't a good daddy.
didn't hear what
He wasn't a good
I
father to you. That's why you miserable now.
you
The well must have
dry.
dried up. The well must have dried up. What had happened? He ain't have no insurance. He ain't have no support. So now you want us to sympathize and empathize with you about your daddy who
Very
gone? Ma'am, lady, youngster, dumb bitch, silly.
3
Thank you, Lady Kid. Hold on, Laura. Hold
the
on, Laura.
pauses and shit,
Hold on,
man. Oh.
Laura. I'm a dig my daddy up too. We gonna go course for course. There you go. We gonna go course for course. We gonna go
bitch.
dig
My
that.
daddy dead too now.
Low.
Daddy.
My daddy dead too now.
Oh,
Daddy to
hell
daddy,
no.
earth to earth, ashes to
This
ashes.
shit got real morbid.
Oh my god.
What
Oh,
happened?
Lord
What
Jesus,
happened?
stay
My
over there
granddaddy dead
turning
Hold
and
too.
on,
tossing.
hold on,
Sarah, this why they call us the evil feminists.
no.
This
Oh
why
Jesus.
this why they say we
Hold
the
up,
This is
y'all.
evil.
important.
Hold up.
Hold
Ludwig
on.
can try and say something.
This is important. Again. You came out of a body bag on me. You
No,
came out of the bag on me. Because hold on, y'all. Hold on. I can't talk with everybody off mute. Hold on. Cause I be being quiet.
Thank you,
And it
Lady
be hard for
Q.
me to say something. Hold on. You came out of a body bag on me because I'm making a point. You made it about yourself. And what's funny to me about people who center themselves and then they try to insult somebody, once you give information out about your personal business, then you try to insult somebody else, I'ma drag you
never,
with your information
never
every
give,
Y'all don't
single
hear that
time.
nigga?
never.
You don't hear that nigga
Hold
in
on,
the background? That's
y'all.
why.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I cannot speak when people interrupt me and I be being quiet. I want to be able to say what I want to say. It's already hard to fight this young dizzy bitch getting off of mute. So give me a second. Damn, I forgot my train of thought. The point I'm making is you came up here with your personal business. We're talking about a bigger issue. And then y'all always play dumb like y'all don't understand why we're saying you're making it personal. You made it personal when you talked about your dad being a good dad and you don't know what we talking about. So you came up here to argue with us because you think your daddy done
Don't
convinced you that your mama
with
and
y'all.
every other woman he fucked with was bitter and angry. So you assumed that you was going to come up here and check us. That's what you thought you was going to do. You thought you was going to play devil's advocate. You thought you was going to play the rim creeper, whatever the fuck the nigga name is. And you thought you was going to put us bitter bitches in place. And it's not going to happen. It's not gonna
Oh, thank
happen.
you,
When
Lady
you call me a
Q.
bitch, you open up the door, bitch. You dumb bitch. You up here on the internet telling people your business, dummy. Stop
Yes,
telling your business,
you're
stupid. Keep your personal shit to yourself, dumb bitch. No, I'm not, you dummy. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna give you the floor, you dumb bitch. Tell us more of your business, stupid.
Watch this nigga start
Oh, that's
talking.
skeleton on the
Anyways,
mute
like I was saying,
button.
when I got up here, I said I don't know what household anybody else grew up in, but the household I grew up in, my father loved me. I don't know if you deaf bitches ain't hear that, but y'all about slow as hell. And bitch, you at the bottom with your ugly, nasty skin ass, bitch. You one ugly motherfucker. You don't say shit about me, cause bitch, you misinterpreted. You misinterpreted the way you interpreted. Now you looking slow as fuck, cause you ain't hear anything I said, bitch. That's not the only thing I said, dumbass bitch.
No,
Fuck out of
actually,
here,
you just proved a point. We were talking about
bitch.
generals, and you came up here and told us about your dad. Is it the nigga in the background telling you what
Thank
to do?
you. That's what happened.
Hold on. Listen,
No,
we
bitch.
don't want to hear the puppet.
She
I
ain't
want
got
to
no
hear.
No,
daddy
I
because
want
bitch.
to
daddy
hold on.
gone.
I want
Hold
to
on, she
no.
can't even talk.
I
She
Oh,
ain't
Crow,
even got no daddy. That nigga in the ground.
Crow,
She ain't even got no daddy. I don't
listen.
understand. Like
I
y'all
don't.
niggas is
out your
weird.
life.
Hold on, Tara. I don't want to listen to the puppet. Let me talk to. Put the puppet master on the phone. Put that nigga on the phone.
She dropped. I
If you
wanted to
never
say,
told nobody about your daddy, this conversation could never be had. All you
but
had to do
We
wait.
was
didn't
listen to
allow
Crown.
the. We didn't allow. What makes you think that we didn't allow the niggas to come up here and talk about what great fathers they are and what great daddies they may or may not have? We're not gonna allow you to do it. You the one, but you crashed out about it. And
Why
also
she?
too, put the nigga on the phone. Put your master on the phone, because that's who the motherfucker. That's who we actually talking to. We're not even talking to you.
Hold
We
up.
talking to that
That
nigga in the
part.
background.
Hold up. Go ahead. Kimber. What was you saying? How can we get them to like us? Explain what you meant by that.
Uh-oh. You talking about me?
Yeah.
I meant by the fact that the real conflict is between men and women, right? Because that's all the genders that we really have. Honestly, men and women, it's been a conflict from the beginning, seemed like. But at one point, I mean, I know that's what we've been taught. At one point, there is other natural information about women, like the goddess book y'all was saying, when God was a woman and all of that, and Lilith and all that other stuff that gives women credit and actual validation of what we are, who we are, what we're made out of, what we can do, all of our gifts, all of our magic. It's been stripped from us and placed in replacement of that is hatred towards us. So, do you ever understand that when a person is afraid of someone's power and beauty, they always try to put them down and bury them? and lie to them and make them feel as if they're nothing when they know themselves that they are everything. But the only way that they can control that person and keep them in place is to make them feel like they're nothing. And we are emotional creatures and we feel. So if we feel that way, we are, you know? I'm just wondering, do we have an answer of how to
Let me
get
ask you
them
a
to like
question.
us?
Yeah, hold on. How can we get white people to like black people? How can we do that?
No, how can we get men to like women?
No,
You
I'm
don't.
asking you. Can you think that black people can get white people to like them? You think we could do that?
Yeah, because it's not
Oh,
about
okay.
us,
All
the
right,
skin
never
color.
mind.
It's not about
I'll be right back.
individuals.
Hold up. You just said they took everything about us, right? That essentially would be admirable, and they spreaded hate, and that you could hear the hate. And your
Yeah.
response is, how can you get them to like you? And I want you to really think about that question.
I mean, to reverse the hate.
You got to make men love themselves first, because it's not just men against
No.
women; it's men
That ain't the
against men.
answer either. That ain't the answer either.
How
No,
do
hold
fathers
up.
act? Do
Y'all,
fathers actually
y'all
like the
gotta
daughter?
hold up.
How do we
Hey,
get the
let me
fathers to like the
hold
daughters?
up. Oh, whoa. Hold up. Let me explain something to y'all. Yup. I think, yeah, we got mental health and all that shit, but we need to be honest of the damages that trauma can do to a person. Like, some trauma is so fucking deep that a motherfucker just fucked up. And if they live in a system that upholds it and idolizes that trauma as if it's a good thing, it's a lost fucking cause. First, women got focus on themselves and think, why the fuck do I give a fuck if this nigga like me? He insecure. He's driven off his own ego and fear. Why the fuck would I give a fuck if you like me? Right? If we gonna focus on anyone, because again, we live in a patriarchy and we all male centered and we focus on the men and what they think so much. We not focus on ourselves. If you want to fix anything, you gotta understand that children are people and that it will always have to go to the next generation. You gotta accept that these niggas is a lost motherfucking cause. And a motherfucker who sees you as the enemy and the blame for everything that is his problem, ain't never gonna be about them liking you. They're going to mask, they're gonna be covert, they have access to you, and that shit is still gonna be there. Stop looking to the men to be the solution. They're not. They're not.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I can't do shit but agree 100% damn near.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, because if you think about, even with anything, with any major issue among like societally, it took for the next generation, for generations down, for that shit to wash out. Like it could never be solved. There's too many people that have those same mindsets. There's billions of people on Earth.
The truth is, what Tara was saying, I think to women, that's true. For y'all own self, y'all need to focus on y'all. And as a man, I'm kind of focused on the deconstruction of the ideas that men have, because it's self-destructive too. It's not just destructive to women, it's also self-destructive. But I think, yeah, for women specifically, don't even waste your time trying to get men, especially men. Like she said, it's the next generation. Men are already done. So stop trying to get men who already don't like you to like you. And as men, we got to learn that patriarchy is self-destructive too.
I mean, I can see it and take that as a whole. Everyone in our society as a whole should look at it that way. Because if all of us women did that, this shouldn't be different.
Yeah, but patriarchy is rooted in the privilege of a man, and in order for a person to have privilege, the other demographic must have less. Period.
Okay, so what's the word for women doing that patriarchy shit?
Matriarchy.
Well, we finna get some matriarchy
Whoa.
going
That's
on.
what I was clarifying earlier. Hold up. That's how I was
I'm
clarifying
talking about like
earlier
is the
when
way
we
it
got
should sound like.
hold up. When we was talking about the book and all that, is that humans live under matriarchy for a long time before we got patriarchy. You can look at it in nature, fucking bonobos versus the chimpanzees, and how like patriarchy is a trauma response to having lack of resources, and how humans, before we came out of Africa or whatever, dealt with a drought in the Sahara Desert, moving out of there, what that did to human beings, and then how it reconstructed us, right? So it's not like, oh, that's why I say you gotta be careful what you're saying. Well, matriarchy is woman dominated, man is male dominated. Because women don't have the same insecurities of men when it comes to creating and sustaining life, it was egalitarianism. It was about working together and being collaborative. It wasn't about a hierarchy. Men, because they feel subconsciously and basically basically less than women because they can't create life. They make up concepts like they got seed and shit like that. It's always going to be driven off the ego. It's always going to be competitive. If you look in nature, males are never supposed to rule. They're not. They're not supposed to rule. And that's the problem we have. So it's not about women just being in charge or men getting in charge. We don't have an egalitarian society.
Can I mention with that said, could it be that women are the ones that nurture and keep things together like a family, which is in
You're not thinking big
somewhat
enough.
in charge?
You're not thinking big
I
enough.
mean,
Hold up.
we're kind of
Hold up.
in charge of keeping things together. And
You're not thinking big enough when you think about this a family, because that's where they want you to think. Oh,
I'm saying like
family.
the world,
That's
the earth,
no, no.
everybody that
Listen,
lives
listen
right
to
now
what
is
I'm saying.
family.
That's the burden.
People,
The proper word.
period.
Listen what I'm saying. The proper word is community. It's not family.
Community.
It's community.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, Christopher.
I'm sorry. I'm just soaking it in. I'm over here trying to season this chicken real
You
quick.
ain't got nothing to say. All right. Go
No,
ahead,
no, because
user. That's fine. You soaking it in. Go ahead, user. You ain't got nothing to say either.
I think user don't know he on mute because he was saying a lot in the comments.
User, you on mute? You gotta unmute if you want to say anything.
Oh yeah,
Or
I'm
go
on
to
mute.
Messenger.
I'm on mute right now. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I was over here talking
hey,
talking
listen,
to my
I kind of
daughters really
agree
quick.
with this statement
Hold
that
on, Messenger. Let user go.
You know, I like I was said, I was saying a lot in
Hold
the
up, Messenger.
comments just because, for one, is the fact that we're saying let's not make this personal. Let's not say anything personal. It's kind of hard for people not to take um, conversations like this personal, especially fathers, when you're telling fathers or asking if fathers actually like their daughters. That could be a pretty touchy subject, especially for fathers that do love and care for their daughters. As, excuse me for getting a little personal here, as I'm getting dressed and get ready because me and my daughters are going out to the museum. I don't need the huffy puffy while I get
Pause right.
mad.
No. Oh, you how to do it?
So I'm not giving.
Pause. How to make
See,
it
and that's the other problem. You
personal?
aren't letting the people speak. A lot of other
User.
people have talked about their own
Hold
personal
up.
experience with
Hold
their
up.
own
Can y'all
fathers
not
that
hear
were
me?
as long as they were
No, we
negative.
can
You
hear
Yeah,
guys
he
are
just
Before
not
won't
you
stop.
making
He
it
just won't stop talking.
personal.
I'm just gonna have to mute him.
Hold up. You made a general statement. And then you said, I'm about to go personal. You don't have to go personal. You don't have to. Keep it general like you started in the beginning. Stay there. Go ahead, user.
Thank you. Okay, here, I'll keep it general. A lot of attacks on black men in this conversation without giving any credit to the men that are actually there for their fathers, that love their not only love their daughters, but also actually like their daughters, that are there in their daughters' lives every day. I can hear a lot of hurt and pain from some of you that personally probably had bad experiences with your fathers, but that is not true for everybody. I can admit that there may be some issues with the patriarchy, but everybody didn't grow up in a patriarchy. And all societies haven't been
Everybody
patriarchal.
grew up in a
There have definitely
patriarchy. What are
been
you talking
some.
about? Hold up. You
I'm
didn't
sorry,
grow
say
up in
that
the
again.
patriarchy? You didn't grow up in the patriarchy?
Uh, no. You want to ask
Where
me
you grow up
personally
at?
now?
Hold on, no,
Are you
hold
asking
up.
me
Where you grow
personally?
up at?
Are you asking me
Yeah,
personally
where you grow?
before I share
Hold
the
up. Where you
personal?
grow up?
I
Where
grew
you
up in
grow up at?
California, and I grew up in
Yeah,
California, and the
patriarchy.
actual
It's a patriarchy in
can.
California.
Do you want me to get personal on that point? Because I can tell you a little bit about it if you guys want me to get a little personal. I promise I won't get super personal.
I know you dying to tell us your personal story, but California is a patriarchy, sir.
Okay, but I'm talking about my own familial growing up, because even though larger forms of society are patriarchal, the smaller sections that make up that society aren't always patriarchal.
Yeah,
Some of us grew
we're
up with
not
our
talking about the Monahan
grandmas.
report.
Some of us grew up with our grandmas
No,
being.
no. A lot of people grew up
These
with their
niggas are so
grandmas. That don't make it
stupid.
a matriarchy. Yeah, dumb as
Right.
fuck. That's the point. That's the point. That's how I was
It,
asking Kim, why the fuck do you give a fuck if some dumbass niggas like you? Go ahead, Messenger.
If I was your father, I would not like you.
yo, these
He
niggas
couldn't wait
are
to say
bad.
that.
The fuck?
He couldn't
He
wait to say
paid them
that.
coins to get the fuck. Oh, hell nah. That was some sassy shit,
Oh
nigga.
Lord.
Grown man, down there 50.
All right. So, well, I would just have to say, like, everybody opinion is different. Like, I'm not on a personal. Damn, I can't even. Yeah, I don't know. This is a situation I can't even really touch it without getting on a personal level. But I'm like,
Why do y'all think that is?
Thank you for
Why do y'all
listening.
find it? Why are y'all finding like that y'all are incapable of talking about a topic and not centering yourself?
Everybody else did it.
I'm not trying to center myself. Like, my thing is like I said, like, your upbringing might be different from us.
We're
Like
not
what she
even
said
talking
with the
about our. But wait, we haven't even talked
no, no,
about
no,
our upbringing.
I'm just saying from what I was listening to so far from
What
you
was you
all.
listening
He's
to? Nobody was
special.
talking about their upbringing, and whenever someone did try to bring up their upbringing, we stopped it. So what?
Men,
Where you been at?
men and women alike.
Okay.
I think what's
Um,
happening is y'all are hearing this, and when people are saying that men don't, y'all are assuming that it's because of our personal upbringing, and y'all are making it about trying to counter what we're saying are our upbringing. We don't need y'all to come up here and try to say that not all men, because nobody even said all men. Again, unless the word all is used, we're not saying all. So just, do you think that fathers
oh,
like their daughters? And
yes,
if
I
so,
do.
why? Okay, yes, why?
Okay, so I feel like fathers like their daughters because when it comes to like just them helping create another human being, at some point, even if they're a deadbeat or they're not a deadbeat, at some point something clicks in their mind like, hey, I would have to somehow like this child some way, even if it was a situation where the family don't like the father or the mother don't like the father or whatever. Like it's situations. Situations happen every day or different type of situations. But I was like, as a man, like we're loving, gentle creatures where we have like
What?
it's
Loving.
listen, guys. I don't know.
Do you want to take some time to collect your thoughts?
Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
like I
but
said,
it's okay. Take
it's
some
a little
time. It's
different
okay.
for
Take your time,
everybody.
Pastor.
Because
We're gonna go to JDN. J. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Jaden,
Jaden.
Jaden. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think that fathers actually like their daughters. But I just wanted to say, because I heard someone on the panel say like a couple of seconds ago, like, why do they think that is that they keep on making it personal, like all the men that keep on coming up on here? And I honestly think that it's because, well, I had a similar conversation like this in the class that I was in, and we were talking about how, like, when most men see like a dangerous situation going on, like a woman getting robbed or like something like that happening, they like usually avert their eyes, like they don't pay any mind towards it, they don't do anything. And like we would ask the men in the classroom, like, why is that? Like, why don't y'all do anything? And like most of them, their answer was, well, if it was my sister, if it was my aunt, if it was my grandma, this, that, and the third. And like the conclusion that we came to, it's mostly because it has to be a woman that serves them in their life, like in their household, for them to feel like they can have any type of care to protect them, I guess. Like, I don't really know, like,
Can I say something to respond to that?
yeah,
Because the part that a lot of men are not going to admit is that they're scary as fuck. And they look
right.
at defending a woman as being life threatening. And so they're only going to save women that they believe are worth risking their life. And to your point, a lot of men only feel like it's worth risking their life for a woman if the woman is acquiescing or serving them. But it stems from being punk pussy ass bitches. That's what it is.
Right, right. And yeah, that was mostly just what I wanted to say. That's what I think why these guys are coming up here saying me personally and my experiences, because they're the women in their lives that serve them, and any other woman doesn't really have any type of point or use for them, so they don't bring them up.
They also struggle when it comes to like pattern recognition with behaviors because of the privilege they have in society. So like not only do they individualize it for themselves, they individualize it for women also. Like, oh, this must be personal for you. You must be traumatized because you went through something. You must be hurt. Like it's interesting because you would think black men who talk about racism would be able to do that. And the interesting thing is a lot of them, because of like conservatism and alt-right talking points that have been flooded on the internet, don't even think racism a thing. And I think it's interesting. That and lack of education. What's up, Shamron?
Hey Tara, what's going on? What's up, y'all? Do fathers actually like their daughters? I'm gonna say no, based on the things that a lot of fathers encourage, either by the things that they let be perpetuated with their sons, or by the things they themselves perpetuate, because it enforces systems that can very much so disenfranchise their daughters, such as like maybe encouraging their sons to be promiscuous or be callous when it comes to considering, being considerate of like, girls and women or whatever, whenever they're navigating the world, instead of seeing them as just like sexual conquest, or they themselves navigating women in a way that's very much so callous and inconsiderate, in so much that they see them as, like sexual conquest or things to be used for the labor. Oftentimes, I think a lot of men want to protect their daughters, quote unquote, not because of the humanity, at least historically speaking, not because of the humanity, but more so as a way they see anything that happens with a daughter as demeaning to his name, right? Which is why I think like we've always heard the stories of men wanting to have boys because it's easier to pass on the same patriarchal mindset and not have to worry about your son being taken advantage of in the same way that you would worry about maybe your daughter, quote unquote, being taken advantage of or being dominated or whatever. I think a lot of that has to do with seeing women as pretty much like a liability, in the ways that you don't really see your son as being a liability, right? Because like I've said before, we inherently see males as being in a position of authority or power, or in other words, in the position of being prey. So I think really a lot of the service or a lot of the labor that dads specifically have done for daughters, it wasn't out of a place of actual like genuine service, but more so out of trying to keep the name unsullied, if that makes sense.
Also, I think that it speaks to a lot that it also speaks to the fact that ATV was right a lot of the time. No, I'm sorry, not ATV. Jaden was right where she was talking about it in her class, and the boys were saying like, well, it has to be my sister or my mother. It also has to be the thing is that it also has to be ownership, because for a long time daughters only served one purpose, and that was to be sold off in order to uplift the family. Daughters have always been looked at as something to pull resources from, and that goes for all women. Women are the very first resource in the world was a woman. So that's why they think like, okay, well, like you said, this woman serves me no purpose. I don't have to protect her. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. But that also speaks to the larger issue of when you look at something that is a possession that serves you purpose, like it's like a vehicle. I need my vehicle, but I'm not going to risk my life over my vehicle. If someone tries to take my vehicle, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to try to protect it, but I'm never going to risk my life over my vehicle because I don't love my vehicle. I'm not going to die for my vehicle, but it's still my possession. I still don't want anything to happen to it because it's mine. It's a level of like cognitive dissonance that they have that like will show that they really don't like women. And if you don't like women, then how could you like your daughter when eventually she will become a woman? She will become someone else's possession. Therefore, she will no longer serve a purpose to you.
Also, they only like women and their daughters when they're quote unquote well behaved. Because if your daughter was a Smex worker or something like that, you wouldn't like her.
They wouldn't
But
want
Them when
anything
they're
to
also,
do with her.
obedient. Yeah, they like
but
them when they're
also,
obedient.
I'd like to highlight one thing too. So whenever, and it's something I've noticed, like in the past, months being on these panels, um, a lot of men like their mother. A lot of men like their sister or their daughter. That doesn't really mean that they like
They
women,
don't
if
like
that
their
makes
mother
sense.
though. No, a lot of men don't like their mamas.
Well, but what I'm saying is, if they do like the women I just named, right, it's because of that particular role to them. It's not that they like women in general. Like they have to be like if they're gonna like a particular woman, it has to be within one of the roles that they might find to be like relevant to them. They don't like women as people. Like, you get
Yeah,
what I'm
but one of
saying?
the first,
Yeah,
I get what you're
like,
saying. All I'm saying is one of the first women that they learn to hate is their mother.
but there's dudes out here that really genuinely would do anything for their mom, do anything for their sisters. But when it comes down to how they generally treat women, like it's trife. You would
But
never think they
Terrence,
had a
Hmm.
positive. You would
but
never think they had a positive female role model.
To Terrence's point though, even though they don't like their mom, they probably still do because they probably do have some level of love for their mom. However, the reason they mistreat other women is because they don't like their mom. You can't like your mother and treat other forms of her, other people who are like her in that way. That's what she's saying. They generally don't like their moms, and they'll sacrifice and do the stuff for their mom because it's their mom. She serves them in some way that other women don't. If the only reason you're nice to women or you like women is because they serve you, you don't like women.
That's a problem.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's
And
why I
that's
was
the
trying to
only
say
part
that's
where the
earlier,
real.
love comes
earlier,
from.
Tara. That's why I was saying that. That's why we do have to give the men, like the breakdown that they may like a woman, they may love a woman, but they may not like that woman. And I know a lot of men will still use that as an excuse, like you said. I agree with you, but a lot of these men, they may love their mama, but they don't like their mama. But because they love her, that guilt and that shame, they're not gonna be able to ever verbalize that, and it comes out as being projected onto women. That's why a lot of these men, when they be here sitting here talk about this, why I hate you black bees, and like y'all don't even understand. If y'all been on this panel, y'all know that we've had men that are blacker than 2:30 in the morning, darker than Midnight Jones, talk about how they hate black women and black women are ugly and we have big noses and our hair is nappy and fake and da da da. And then come to find out they mama look like Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's because these are the things that they want to say and act towards their own mother, but they can't because they love their mama. They just don't like them.
But that gives tolerance more than love, though.
And they still want you to do all this stuff for them. That's where the love comes from. It's not real love. It's just acts of service. Like, it's just because they do things for them and they know they can go back to that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So over,
Hold on.
yeah.
Let me let him into a conversation. Go ahead, 14.
Shout out to you, Tara. Shout out to the space, everybody in here. I gotta be honest, was listening for a while, and me being a girl dad, I gotta say it's a little offensive of hearing a lot of things that I'm hearing. Like as far as a man,
Lisa's
history has shown that a man has always been a protector of his daughter. Like I think the problem is that we
Shinron, you got to
are
mute.
associating
Mute up, Sharon.
we are associating certain behaviors with a specific group, whether it's male or female, where the behavior is shown on both sides. Because there are young boys growing up with their mothers hearing how they ain't shit and how they daddies wasn't shit. So we got to understand that the behavior is on both sides as adults. And as like I said, as a girl dad, one thing I understood, even when her being a toddler, I understood that as a man, I'm going to have to pass her on to do exactly what I've been doing, protecting and providing and teaching. And to dismiss that as a man would just eliminate me and my responsibility and existence on this earth. So this whole thing where dads don't protect their, because see, I seen this interview, and what it is, my belief is, because I've worked in social services before, and my conclusion and my theory is the most important relationship to a child is the opposite sex relationship, meaning the mother with the son and the father with the daughter. And a lot of this comes when, and I could criticize
Why do you
men
think
also,
that is?
because there is a lot
Why do you think that
lot.
is?
I'm finna explain. There is a lot of men who have vitriol and attitude based on the relationship they had with their mothers. Just like there are women who have vitriol and attitudes based on the relationship they didn't or had with their fathers. And my point is, we got to stop
Hold on, real
associating.
quick. Hold on, real quick. It don't matter what your point is. I actually wanted you to speak to show them that like men don't actually like their mothers and they don't love their mothers, right? When you
Okay,
love
but there are
somebody,
women
you
that
love them
show
as a
that they don't like
hold
their
up,
father.
no, hold up. We don't give a fuck about the daddies. Hold up. We was talking about something earlier.
Well, then
Hold up,
talking.
hold up, hold
Oh, here
up.
he go. That's crazy.
If it would hold up, if it was true, hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. If it was actual love, we'll see that reciprocated in some places, right? But we don't. Because what you hear men say they love about their mothers is like a codependency, dependency issue thing. It's like if I love my mother, I love her for who she is a person. I love her because of the way that her personality shines through her as a person. I don't love her because she do these things for me. Men who don't know how to love because their emotions have been systematically turned off are not going to love anybody. You can't not love yourself and love anybody. So I'm just like the men come up here and prove you. I got to listen to them. They don't actually love their mothers.
Also, damn, he dropped. Since we let him be personal, I was gonna ask him a personal question, but he
No,
dropped. I
user
want.
been bitching in the comments. Let users an open panel, nigga. Or he ran. He bitching in the comments by not knowing how to talk. Like I guess he wanted some stickers in the chat or something. But go ahead, ATV.
Yeah, I was gonna. I mean, I don't know if he if allowed to come back, but if he wanted to, I was gonna ask him
Ain't
his
nobody
daughter's
chasing
being a
that
girl
nigga down.
dad.
He left. He gone.
No, I'm saying if he requested to come up, if y'all let him. But
No, you gotta
uh,
accept he gone.
no, he is. But to a general question, all the girl dads that want to center yourself, if your daughter grew up and wanted to do OnlyFans, would y'all like her? Y'all can
It's
leave it in
not.
the comments.
That's a good question.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like
This is
this is it's important for us to understand that, like, because that's the talking point. That I've heard men say that. I wish I had a daughter because then I would know how to respect women more. I learned how to respect women when I had a daughter. No, it don't work like that. Like you have disdain for women is going to show up, and your daughter's going to feel it. We have a society of women who have fathers. They have fathers. I know y'all be like, well, if he was absent, he was an absent father, but he was a father. At the end of the day, we can see in real time already. Like for you to be like, oh, my daughter, well, what's going on with these women? I think E said it earlier about how they don't advocate for women issues. They still censor themselves. And when they talk about their daughters is always tied to their own status of being a man.
But in that
saying she
same
wouldn't
breath,
have a
they don't
reason.
advocate for. They don't. In the same breath, they complain about how women don't advocate for them. They talk about how all black women do is bash the community of black men, and that there's no solidarity and womp womp and whoop whoop. When they get be a leader, be a man.
We
Wait,
deserve to be bashed, in my opinion. I ain't gonna lie
that's
to
another
you.
point. That's another point I wanted to make, though. Too, they say that, but if you look at any like of the major strides,
Thank you.
specifically in the black community, that happened, like how they always want to bring up welfare. The man out of the home rule got taken out because black women petitioned the Supreme Court, not black men. So you can't say that black women don't advocate for
Black
black
men,
men.
black women
And
constantly show up for black
Exactly.
men.
have always. And the thing about
Constantly.
it, my fault. Go ahead.
No. You're good.
The thing about it is too, when you actually look at what black women have done, black women have been on the front lines in all these protests, even protesting for black men that objectively ain't shit. Jacob Blake is one. Alton Sterling is one. And the fact of the matter is, if black women had actually been as selfish as a lot of black men think that actually happened, we would have been asked out and the community would have been dissolved a very long time ago. But had it not been for black women's undying loyalty to one version of progression in the black community, we wouldn't have nothing to come back to as black men, right? The rate where we date out is way higher than what black women date out. The amount of things that we do to actually show the black women that don't care, like them supporting us and yet us giving them our asses a kiss, shows that we don't care. If we gonna be 100% honest, right? The things that we've done to black women, we would not be okay if black women had been doing to us. Let's
No,
just be
because
all the way the fuck for real.
even when they do a fraction of that, man loses their mind. Man unalive a woman. God forbid the tables are now the playing field is even. It's simply like you can't take what you dish out. You can't take criticism. You can't even take a suggestion as to how you could further better help or you feel me better your community. You should want to help better your community. As a man, you're the leader. No?
And that's the things, and that, I think that's really part of the issue too. It's one thing to actually, do things to embody the qualities of a leader, but motherfuckers think because we got two balls and a dick that we're supposed to be entitled to being the leader in these
No,
dynamics. And the
that's
fact of the
earned.
matter
You have
is,
to earn that title, man.
well,
You have to be something worth rallying behind.
But
I don't
that's
think
what I'm saying. A lot of us feel entitled to being their leader. So whenever we don't get the perks of what we feel like a leader should be getting, that's another reason why we crashing out, because we think that we're supposed to be the ones that are supposed to be listened to and we're supposed to be catered to. And when we don't get it, that's why you be seeing motherfuckers come up here trying to humble black women and all this other shit, because they think that we're supposed to be the big kahunas. When even if you break it down from I'd say a biological standpoint, in comparison to like other mammal species, it's always the female that calls a shot, right? Everything that the male does is supposed to be in accordance with what the female wants, because at the end of the day, these lesser creatures, which are driven by the instincts, understand that if they want to fulfill their purpose, they need to do things to please the actual female. It's only within the confines of the human species, really, that you see everything everything else is off kilter, right? Men created a society to where the females of the species, i.e. the women, would have to want to be with us in order to survive. And that's actually going to like against fucking nature. And as much as we try to be relying on bioessentialism, all this other shit, we don't ever stop to think that in all these other animal kingdoms that we want to compare ourselves to, it's always the female that calls a shot. Whatever the species is, it's normally always a female that calls a shot. Yet for some reason, we think that within the confines of our own species that it's not supposed to be that way. And it really just shows that we're the ones going against fucking nature.
yeah,
Yeah, sure,
but I
Rod. That's
also
why.
think
Oh
So,
no, you let
ATV, I just
feminists
wanted to say real
brainwash
quick.
you. Hell
I
no.
just wanted to say, hold on, VO. Shimron, I love me some bioessentialism. You'll never hear me go against it. But I wanted to say, but that's because again, women were the original resource of the world. Like we were, but the way that they were able to dominate is by removing the resources that we needed in order to survive for
You
their
conquered the
own.
resources.
Okay, VO, hold on 1 second. You ain't conquered shit except for a motherfucking 1-bedroom Brooklyn apartment. Anyways, the if once they took away resources like free food, free water, free access to those things, having to because at one point in time you could practice medicine because you had that knowledge passed on to your mother. They removed that and took it and said, well, no, now you need a license to practice medicine. You could be able to go, and we came from the land of plenty, where you can go outside and pick fruits off the tree. Everything with food was plentiful. When they started to hoard resources, because that's how men can maintain power in this world. If you are able to hoard resources like food and water, and if you're able to say that this is the land that every human being was born on, but if you don't give me $1,500 a month, you can't live on this land. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't live here. You have to be out in the streets. They have to hoard resources in order to control the original resource, which was women.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What
But
I like
I
that
hold
breakdown.
up. Hold up. East was wrong about one thing.
I'm never
Um,
wrong, Tara. You
hold up.
gotta learn.
No,
Okay.
you was. It's not a one bedroom apartment. It's a efficiency. Go ahead, V.
Bro.
Wow, hell. I ain't gonna lie, you about funny than a bitch.
Do fathers actually like their daughters? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say they love their daughters because they have a duty to uphold for their daughters. But it's hard to like somebody that's disrespectful,
Ain't you, sir?
disobedient,
Is that why
disloyal,
nobody
and a
like you?
lot of daughters learn that behavior from their disrespectful mothers,
Oh
disobedient
my
mothers,
God.
disloyal mothers. So it's hard to like people that act like the enemy.
So
Like,
who'd you learn it from?
what are you
It's
talking about,
crackhead
you
daddy.
feminist?
Right. Thank you.
You a male feminist. You're not for the guys, bro. You
I'm not a
weird.
feminist.
Don't ask me
I don't
nothing. You
believe in
betrayed your
equality.
masculinity for 12 coins.
Nah, I
Get the
don't
fuck
Oh
out
believe
of
in
yeah,
here.
masculinity.
definitely
I mean,
so.
sorry, I don't believe in equality. I believe in hating you motherfuckers.
It's just nonsense because you
Man, sound
talk
like a
about wanting
mama's boy. I can't
obedience.
stand you, bro.
You talk about
Okay,
wanting
well
Why
then
you
sit your bitch
obedience.
ass
mad?
down.
Why you so mad? He-
Right.
Why are you
He
deserving of
betrays men to try
obedience?
to appease toxic women. Men are not up here
See,
Betrays
talking about
nobody's
the
trying
men.
to.
innocent women.
Nah,
Betrays
don't get it
Men are
men.
not
twisted. I
complaining
respect these
about
women, but it
innocent
ain't got nothing to
women.
do with
We
pleasing
complain
them.
about women who are actually the problem. And you sit here and defend them because you're a
That's
No,
cap.
they're
coward.
not the
Wait,
problem.
Because
See,
hold
you
you
a
on,
being
hold on,
coward and
it,
you can't
Sharon.
tell women about themselves.
no, no,
Hold
no,
on,
no, no, no. They're not
Sharon.
the problem. Just because you have a problem don't mean they're the problem. You just
That's
being
my
your
point.
feelings.
That's my point. Y'all say women are the problem, but the reasons why is because they don't acquiesce to patriarchal bullshit. That's why they
Boy
toxic.
is literally a sissy. Look how he talk. He sound
And
like a
what does that
mama's
have
boy.
to
He
And
act
here's the
just like
thing
his
hold
about
on,
it.
mother.
wait.
And,
I
Y'all go
don't need no
against
help.
masculinity. Y'all weird.
yeah,
No,
no,
I'm
but hold
not.
on. So here's the thing about it. You could up here complaining about motherfuckers going with masculinity, yet you on your knees trying to suck off every man that you find that you agree with.
First of all, watch your mouth. You will never say that to
Exactly.
me in
How
Yes,
person.
about
I
you
will
watch
break
brother.
your
your
mouth?
Yeah,
teeth.
damn.
How
Yes,
about you
Exactly.
watch your
I'll
mouth,
disrespect
knock
the
your
man?
teeth
women,
out your mouth if
brother.
you said that
Look
to
at
me in
that.
You
person.
Like,
Watch your
wouldn't.
mouth
You
when it's
come
wouldn't.
done.
That's
You
the
on.
wouldn't
thing
talk to me
too.
like that if it was in my face,
he
bro.
It
real
actually
That's
be
the
worse in
thing
mad.
person.
too.
You
That's the
getting
thing
mad, y'all?
too. They always want to come from mama's boys or the gays and all of that, but we be whipping y'all ass when push comes to shove. So y'all need to stop with that. Y'all want to say to my
Literally.
face.
I
Like
ain't
Get the
seen a
fuck
gay
no,
on.
no,
nigga lose to a
hold
straight
on,
nigga
y'all,
yet.
hold on. Imagine there being a rainbow dude, no offense, on the panel, and you doing more dick sucking than him. That's crazy.
Jesus,
Crazy
Shemaya.
Bro,
work.
this man
It
comfortable
is.
talk like that on TikTok.
Yeah,
Guarantee you will
yeah,
never
'cause I'm
say that
talking
to
to a
me in
bitch
person.
nigga.
I will break your teeth, bro.
Okay,
No,
You
you won't.
wouldn't. You
Anybody who
wouldn't.
talks about
Vio,
violence
hold
that they
on.
would enact on another
Hold
person would never
on,
do it in life.
Hold on, Vio. You're literally only 5'4". Let's move on.
Literally 6'2".
You're literally 5'4". This nigga said 6'2".
I don't know. The way you be sucking off the men, I think you
Yeah.
might be 6'6".
It get.
No. Now y'all, VO be wearing that low ass seat. I mean that big ass seat. He be shrinking in that
Hold on. Let me
I
let the
motherfucker.
just,
dick
it's
suck
just like,
go.
I just want to address something real
Y'all
quick.
see the door behind me? I've never been
Hold on, check
5'4",
out the
bro.
boneless razor.
Cut that camera
Check out
off.
the boneless
Look,
razor.
I'm a tall dude and I'm
It's,
short.
it's
Who's
I don't know. Why
short?
those look
short.
like
Who
extensions?
is short?
Damn it,
Why
you
you
living
saying
off
comment?
black and
Why you
milds
Hey,
saying
and
where
cigarette
what are
no?
the
water.
Y'all
species
worry about the
where
wrong thing.
women
He
run
got
Everybody's
that
shit?
same
short.
hairstyle as
You
Mm.
wouldn't
what's the
talk to me
name
like
from
that
In
in
Living
person,
Color?
bro.
Hey,
I
I
where
mean,
swear
Living
to
Yeah, I
Single.
know
Jesus
what he is.
Christ, I
where are the
would.
species where women run shit? Cause
Oh, I
that don't
Every
exist in nature.
species.
oh
Every
I can't
Every
tell
species.
you.
but women only are
Actually, y'all know
only.
what's so
Name
cold
them.
Hold on,
about biology?
Name them.
Too
Name a
many people
species.
Wait,
Let's
wait,
go
wait,
through
talking.
it.
Shimmer,
Let's
It's
go
hold
too
through
on.
many
it.
people talking.
Where can we go where women are
Ugly.
like?
So
Hold
y'all want to
on.
know what's so cool about biology? So
Name
you'll
them.
notice
Just
that there
name
are no
some.
male. You'll notice that there are no male
Praying
species on the planet.
mantises.
Oh wait, hold on. There are no male species on the planet, but there is at least 2 female species on the planet. Letting you know that the actual default for nature is to be female before male.
What the fuck are you talking about? What are you
Hold on,
talking about?
Shimron. Hold on, because you said what other species of women? There's only one species of women, dumbass.
So what other species? Because this man said in the animal kingdom, all the species of females are ran by all the species are ran by the feminine aspect. So I said, what species is he referring to?
Elephants,
Seahorses,
whales,
Elephants?
elephants,
Killer
whales.
spiders.
Hold on,
whales.
you ask us a question. Let us
No,
answer it.
no.
Damn.
I can.
Wait,
We
Elephants,
nobody
can
didn't
name
whales.
more
need
than
this.
10
Okay,
in like.
if you could shut the fuck up so we could answer the question,
Bees,
bitch, we'll be
ants,
happy to. Bees, exactly. Elephants, ants, bees,
Spiders.
bonobo.
wasps.
They like name a. It would be actually easier for us to name species that were not matriarchal than to name species that were matriarchal, because we could be here all fucking day.
And I just want to add on this. You niggas speak about how the women should be obedient. The women are betraying the men. But who the fuck are you to follow? What have you done to deserve a woman to follow
No,
you?
but
What have you done for a woman to
I
want
want
to
him to
respect and let you lead?
Yeah,
now that we gave him now that we turned into
the
fucking Animal
species.
Planet, what was your point? You came up
Ugly.
here. What was your point, ugly?
Who you talking to? Because I'm handsome.
No
Well,
one
you
ever
are
said
actually
that.
ugly, but we were talking to the guy who
Well,
has ugly in his name.
Oh, he didn't feel it.
On hit, so he hollered on the G's.
Ugly, you got to
He
take
said, "My
your thing
mama
off
said I was
mute.
cute."
My mama says she like my boneless braids.
Yo, Guzzler, stop talking about
Go
me.
ahead,
Anyway, like
ugly.
I was saying though, yeah, most of the things that you all named are not matriarchal. The woman is reproduction. This man said ants and spiders.
Okay, what
Yeah.
about bees?
No,
What
they
about
literally
bees?
run the
No, I
Hold
said
on,
relationship.
ants
wait,
and
wait.
bees. I said
Let's
I
just
ants
said
keep it
and
at
spiders.
bees.
bees. Let's just keep it at bees.
Reproduction. That's
Let's
that's that's
just
for
keep it at
reproduction.
bees.
That
No,
doesn't
no,
mean
no,
that
no, no,
doesn't
no, no.
indicate matriarchy. That's for
Ugly,
reproduction, fool.
ugly, ugly.
Use your brain. Use your
Yes,
brain.
use your brain. Bees
Let's
follow their
let's go to
Patriarchy
that.
is
queen.
a
We can go
social
any.
system
One
where
person
women
at a
hold
Bees
time.
primary
We can go
power.
anywhere.
holding.
We can
Female,
go
technically, but
anywhere in
yeah.
the
Have to
animal.
take
We
one
can
at a
go.
time, y'all.
Y'all,
We can
please let me have
right. Let
this.
me finish speaking. Let me finish speaking. We can go anywhere in
No,
the animal kingdom and
let's go
Hold
see
to
on, hold
bees.
that the
on.
Let's
male
Let
go to
is
ATV
the
bees.
male
go.
is
You can go
dominant
after him.
everywhere.
Hold up,
Anywhere
sir.
the
Hold
male is
up, sir.
No,
dominant.
that's literally
Go
not
ahead, ATV.
scientifically accurate.
Hold up. Go
incorrect.
ahead, ATV.
Go ahead. Explain to me why I'm wrong.
No, first of
Yet
all, you
somebody
go
says the
get on
queen ant.
topic. Ugly. You have to be on topic. Fuck ants. Let's
Reproduction.
focus.
That's called
Let's focus.
reproduction.
Let's focus on bees.
No, no,
No,
no.
yes.
Fathers do not like. No, the fathers do not like their daughters.
This nigga's
No. Why the
dumb.
fuck? Why would I like somebody that
Can
I'm
y'all
gonna
mute
pay
him?
for? I'm gonna pay for her, right? And then she gonna treat me like shit later on in my life.
Dumb
You feel what
fuck,
I'm
you're
saying?
a
Why would you?
dad. Shouldn't
Hold
have laid down and had
on.
You're
no
a daddy.
kids. You
Hold
shouldn't have had no
on.
kids if you don't
Hold
want to
up.
pay for your
I
kid. You
don't.
gotta do
I
it.
don't have
Talking.
daughters. I don't have daughters.
Hold up. Go ahead, ATV.
There's a
I have
reason.
daughters. Stop down.
There's a reason that Ugly's not answering the question about bees because bees follow their queen. That's not for reproduction. If the queen leaves the hive, the bees, you're,
What the
and
fuck you
even if
talking
it
about?
is, hold on. Even if it is for
They need a
reproduction,
queen.
hold on. Even if it is for reproduction, that's the reason for it, but they're still following her, dumbass.
Can I ask? Wait, let me ask.
And I,
Let me ask Ugly a question real quick. Can you define to me
she's
what a
reproduction.
matriarchy is? Can you define to me what a matriarchy is?
There is no such thing really as a matriarchy. That shit doesn't exist.
It
Oh
does,
my
mate.
god.
You can't
Yeah,
argue with
yeah.
niggas who don't believe in
They don't
facts.
know
Patriarchy is a
shit.
single mother household.
There's no.
That's
Listen, even
literally
in a
not.
single, even in a single, I would. That's the
Does
closest thing
it
you'll.
exist for
That's the
humans
closest
though?
thing
Where does
you'll.
that exist for
Y'all
That
humans?
gotta
is the
let people
closest thing.
talk.
That's the closest thing that you'll get to a matriarchy
No, it's
is
not.
a single mother household. But no,
No,
that
it's
doesn't work.
not.
That doesn't happen. That's
You're
not
literally
realistic.
wrong.
Hold on,
A
wait. So what's
matriarchy
the
cannot
difference?
exist
Hold
We
where
on,
all
men
ugly.
are.
different
Hold
all over
on.
the place.
What ugly? What's the difference between a single mother household and a hive of bees that are run by the females?
Humans are one is fucking bees.
That's it.
Right, and
No,
also
no,
the difference.
hold on, wait a minute. You're a fucking bird, Vo. A dumbass bird at that. You're a fucking bird brain. Go ahead, ugly. What's the difference?
The difference is, like he said, one is an animal, and I mean, one is an insect, and one is an actual
How
bee.
is it?
The
How?
difference
Oh,
is far.
Jesus Christ! This nigga, HU beast. How are they? How they ran differently? What is the difference? How are they ran?
The difference is the intelligence. A mother can basically intimidate a child. In nature, if the bees don't like the king, they just smother her, and then they go get a new king, a new queen. They literally just smother her until she overheats, and then they go get a new queen. Like, what are you
So then
talking
that
about?
means then that would mean that a
It's
single mother
replaceable.
household. Wait a minute.
It's like a
Wait. So then that would mean that that's not a matriarchal society. That a single mother household isn't matriarchal.
It's not. I mean,
Why the hell did you just say it was then, bitch?
That's what I said.
It's the closest thing that you can get to. It's the closest thing that you can get to matriarchy. But
But what
matriarchy
you
cannot.
just described,
Hold
it
on. Let me
wasn't a
finish what I'm.
matriarchal.
Let me finish my sentence. Let me finish my sentence.
No, you're not even saying nothing.
That's the closest thing that you can get to matriarchy. But matriarchy cannot exist in a world without rules. It cannot exist. Matriarchy cannot
What are you
exist
talking
in
about?
a world. Matriarchy, you gotta listen. Matriarchy cannot exist in a world without laws and patriarchy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Women cannot rule.
What kind of laws? What kind of laws?
Women cannot rule without men's permission. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's
it's
what
like
he's
men.
saying.
It's like men give you permission to. Men enforce your rights. If you pick up the phone right now and call the police officer, a man is going to show up to protect
Hawaii would still have a
your
queen
rights.
if they weren't conquered by the U.S.
Hold on.
And they were conquered,
so what
right?
you're saying
That's
is
why
because
matriarchy cannot
hold
exist.
on, ugly. So what you're saying is that matriarchy can't exist because men will overpower women like with physical strength. So women can't get men to acquiesce.
There's bad people on this earth. No, if men,
No,
women
don't
try
move
to
the
force.
goalposts. Don't move the goalposts.
If women try to force,
what you're saying is that Thank you. I can't do it, but they can. What you just said was that matriarchy can't exist in a world with no rules without patriarchy. So you're conflating male rule, patriarchy, with rules and laws as if women couldn't do that either. And you're saying that they couldn't because they couldn't get men to acquiesce in the same way that men could make women acquiesce. So you think.
Patriarchy can't survive without a man's approval.
Hold on.
No, that's actually not true.
Hold on.
Destroy the patriarchy society. I mean, matriarchy society.
The society.
No, they
Proof
couldn't.
is the society that we live in. This the proof. Y'all complain about that. Y'all complain about the patriarchy
the
right now.
host is talking. Shut up.
Right, y'all complain about the patriarchy right now, right?
Been saying it. Oh, I hate when this happens. Hold up. Let me unfollow this bitch. I don't really care about what you're saying. Here's the thing. For black men to say, oh, but they can't get rights without women saying it, as if you're not subjugated by racism, is fucking crazy. Which goes back to what Fana was saying in the comments earlier about how black men center their manhood over their race. So y'all need to shut the fuck up about racism then, because if a man wanted you to have them rights, he would give them to you. Y'all just trying to like assert dominance as like this masculinity thing work, like that shit don't subjugate you. Is fucking wild.
But also, and I was about to say that too, but also, Tara, the thing is that what men don't understand is that we don't know what women violence actually look like. If women actually fought for real, we don't even know what that would look like. So you can't just outwardly say.
But that's the thing.
No.
Women have fought. It's always been defensive.
Right. I'm saying because they always want to do this doomsday if all the men on the planet decided to take women's rights away. What if all the women on the planet got on timing? We don't even know what that would look like.
Something they're not ready for.
But that's
somebody already suggested it.
But that's what I'm saying. Women have always stand up for themselves. What happened is people don't know about it and they think, oh, it's never happened. There's been women who stood up for themselves against fucking issues we
Oh
have.
yeah, like
Well,
Harriet
hold
Tubman.
on. Somebody did suggest how women can come about with the matriarchy and what female dominated violence would look like towards men, and men lost their fucking mind.
Right.
It
That's
was
what I'm
what
getting
it's
at.
what Cynthia G
G.
suggested it.
Yep.
Cynthia G
Yep.
suggested it, and that's when men lost their mind and started calling women all types of names. And then black women were, well, what are you going to do about this? This woman just said, well, black women, why are you not going to stop her? Black women. Then they started crying to us for us to condemn
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia G. But if we want to talk about, if y'all want to really, really think about what it looks like, y'all don't want to even visualize it, because
That's the
it could
exact point I
it
was trying
could
to
fucking
make.
happen.
Exactly.
It really could fucking happen, where it
Eve.
looks like once a woman finds out that she is carrying a male baby, to no longer bring that human being to term, to choose to no
Don't
longer have that human being come to fruition.
don't say
Mm-hmm.
it on the head. Don't that's what I was alluding to. But
Mm-hmm.
what I meant
And
was,
she not
again,
wrong.
Can you guys
she's
really
not.
promote that on TikTok?
Hold on,
Hold
y'all.
on,
Let
as a
no,
me
we're
say
not
man,
something.
promoting
You
it.
see,
And
you see, you see how
but
they lose their mind. You see how they
wait,
lose their
Ease.
mind.
Wait,
Even
Ease.
No, I'm just
even
I
the
saying
made a
in
thoughts,
video
general.
even the
That
promoting it the
sounds
thoughts.
other
smart
day.
to say.
Hold up,
Y'all hold on.
y'all.
Hold on.
Let him go.
Did
Where
you say him?
ATV?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go real quick. Tara, all I was saying, because that's I didn't want to say it on the nose like that, but I was exactly thinking about that who she just said. But also what I meant was the doomsday thing. Yes, women have always fought. I mean, we all know about Harriet Tubman. She's the most profound, like slave, like person who freed the slaves, even though it was a lot of male slaves. So my thing is, if all the women on the planet, because all the women on the planet are socialized to be male centered and they have to deconstruct that. But if all the women got in alignment and got on that thing that she was just talking about, I don't want to repeat, men would gag. That's what I was trying to say. Like if women actually all, because yes, there's been revolts and all of that. There's women that stood up for themselves. But if women, because they always talk about if all the men on the planet got in alignment and took stuff away from women, if all the women got in alignment, that's a battle that men can't actually win.
But wouldn't that evil create a bigger evil, right?
I wouldn't call
How's that
no. I
evil?
wouldn't. It's not an evil.
How is that
It's called
evil?
yeah.
Well,
How?
however you call it. The reason why I'm saying that is
It's
No, no,
because
not
no,
an
no,
like,
no.
evil.
Not whatever you call it. Tell us how it's evil.
well, let's just say if one gender decided to unalive another gender,
No, no,
Not
no,
wouldn't
no.
that
It's
unalive.
not
Wait,
unaliving.
It's
hold
not
on,
It's
wait,
unaliving.
not.
no,
we can
They
hold on,
disagree.
both.
We
hold
can
on, y'all.
disagree.
Can I just say something real quick? Y'all keep cutting me off whenever I try to cook up a little meal. It's not evil. It's called culling. It's done in farming and it's done in agriculture. And actually, men have been doing it far much longer than women have. Because even men, and I'm talking about very powerful, the ones that truly run the world, not the president of the United States, not the governor, not the mayor. I'm talking about the men that truly really run our fucking world, that we will never know their names or know their faces. They understand that men sometimes need to be culled. And that is why every 80 years, we have a world war. They know that men need to be culled. They know that there's no such thing as too many women, but there is a such thing as too many men. Men have been culling your population for generations after generations, for actually millennia, all the way back to Roman times, that they have been culling the male population. So the fact that you call it evil when a woman does it, but not when a man sends you to fucking war to go fight for oil or go fight for resources that don't belong to you. Now it's evil when we do it. It's cool when you do it. It's a problem when we do it. Fuck them.
But also, it goes
Are
back
you?
to hunter
Oh
gatherer.
well, am I not allowed to respond to
Yeah,
that?
real
Yeah,
quick.
let
I
her
just want to
respond.
add. I want to add a point, but go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Add your points. See if it helps.
No,
Yeah,
I would like ATV, I would like him to respond to my point, because I don't like the fact
I
that men
will.
have been calling men for thousands of years. And now when we even the hypothesis or the idea of women doing it is evil.
It's evil on both sides. Like you can't generalize
Yeah,
who I
that's what
am.
I'm
You don't
saying.
even know me.
I don't. I
You
didn't
even love
say
the
that. I
woman.
didn't say that
You
I know you.
did no,
What are
but
you talking about?
you didn't say you knew me, but you said you basically
Like,
said
listen.
Who is
Don't.
him?
What are you
I'm
talking
listening.
about? I
I'm
don't know
listening. You
you.
interrupted. I'm listening. And then it's quiet. Okay.
I don't really care for
You
the
put me in a
fucking. I
category with
don't
other
listen.
men.
I don't really care for the high like the white bitch passive aggression. Like, I didn't call you. I don't know
I'm
you. I don't
African
give a fuck
American.
about you. Could you respond to my point?
Nah, you're that bitch, dude. I
I
understand.
am that bitch. Thank you for
Yeah.
knowing that.
This is why
Anyways,
you're
It's the
go
not in
ahead,
power. That's
semantics.
why
ATV.
you're not in
Go
power.
go to go to
Jay,
ATV.
it's the semantics, and that's what she's. So anyway, they always drop these bitch ass niggas.
They get
Anyway,
mad. They get pissy.
and then they go in the comments think that they got dropped because they did something. Like
It don't
anyway,
matter what they
Right. Like,
say.
you
Right.
could have stayed.
to your point, East, that shit actually harkens back to hunter-gatherer societies. What I wanted to ask him is, there's this thing called thinning the herd that happens in other species, because they always want to go to National Geographic, the San Diego and Bronx Zoo, when they trying to say that it's their nature to cheat. So if we look at other species and we go to what thinning the herd is, that's another way that the female species actually rules it, because they determine who comes into the world or not. And I also just want to go to Tara's and Issa's point. Unaliving people who are already here might constitute as an evil. You cannot unalive what doesn't exist. Not bringing something into existence is not the same thing. And especially if the purpose is rectification.
Can I mention Korea did that already or started to already? Their population is really down.
It backfired on them.
China too.
No, it didn't. Well,
Not
it's funny.
miserable, paying their own bills. Yeah, it
The
backfired.
men are the ones who are miserable. They're the ones unaliving themselves at the highest rates in history, not the women.
Yeah, it's the men. And also too, now they're trying to pay the women to have those babies. They're trying to pay the same women that they didn't want to have 50 years ago to have babies. The Chinese government.
That's what we need
Yeah.
them
And
for.
also
Be a
too,
surrogate.
what do you say?
Europe
And
is doing
see,
it
like,
too.
bro, this dude, you're so nasty and evil and mean spirited. It's so
Yes.
It only
crazy.
did y'all
Like,
hear what he said
Oh,
though? That they need women.
dollar
like you only support
sign,
the.
He can just lay
a
down.
dollar sign. Vio's mom was a rock smoker,
Mom is
and so
married.
is her.
Had to
It
have
wasn't his
been.
mother, it was
I
his
see why you
daddy.
look like that, but it's
Oh,
like,
okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
His daddy was
his
a
daddy was a
rock.
rock. His daddy was a. I'm sorry,
you
Vio. I'm
only
forgetting your
support
That's
the
not
story.
true.
patriarchy
I
because it gives you some type of power that the black man unfortunately has never had in their motherfucking life. So you take that shit out on women because it's the only place that you can get any sort of say so on some shit, or that you feel you can get any
All
sort of
men
say
are
so.
created equal, so everybody
I
benefits from
agree.
No,
White
patriarchy.
Not
women,
not
according to
you.
white man.
you're not swinging that
no.
hose kind of far down. It's just words, kid. Calm down.
Hold up real quick,
Believe that.
I ain't done a mod break. Hold up real quick. Quick. Y'all make sure y'all tap my screen, share the live out to people who might want to participate in the conversation. If you agree with people sitting on the panel, go ahead and gift them. Support the live out to the Daily Heart Me. And if you like the conversation, help me get into the live goal. Some of y'all here, we've been in here for a little while. Y'all gotta support the live. Even if you don't like what we saying, if you like it here, these niggas be in this bitch for hours running their mouth. You need to support the live. So we could be here. But that's all. Go ahead, y'all.
I support the patriarchy. All men benefit from patriarchy because
No, support the
Hold on,
live
wait.
before you
all men
support the
are created
patriarchy.
equal.
Support the live, Vio. You've been here
So then how come
longer than anybody. Send your motherfucking heart, me nigga.
Hell no.
You got enough money
Vio?
to pay for them big ass suits. You got enough money to send my friend a fucking heart.
And
Support
it's
yourself.
like I didn't see not a
That betray
womanly
men.
touch on that nasty ass wall you got.
Wait, Vio.
Bro, what
Put
happened to
the
you? Why you
wall on the
despise
screen.
I
men so
didn't
bad?
see not a
Put the
womanly
wall
touch
on
in
the
that
screen.
motherfucker. Cut the camera back
Put the
on.
wall on the
Wait,
screen.
Vio, I got a question. If all men are created
Put your best bitch on the camera, actually.
Wait, Vio,
Whoa.
if all men are created equal, then why hold on. Vio, if all men are created equal, then why do white men keep subjugating black men?
Thank you, Nifa.
They don't do that.
Oh.
Oh, he's slow.
Yeah, we not created equal. Some of us are better. Some of us are
There's
worse.
a lot of there's a lot of millionaire black Americans.
So I wanted to say
A lot of
this,
rich
and I'm
black
so
men.
glad that they said that. I'm really, really glad that they said that, because you have to, and I know as black women, it's hard to admit, but at some point in time, we're going to have to admit that a lot of black men are upholding white supremacy. In order for white supremacy to exist, patriarchy has to exist. And black men cannot get the rewards and the privilege that patriarchy affords them if they don't uphold white supremacy. These two coons at the top are going to be the best examples.
Patriarchy is everywhere. There's
Yeah,
no white
but
supremacy
that's not true
anywhere,
because
and
patriarchy
that's
is
a
not for
plain
white
fact.
supremacy.
To say
Yes,
How
it
is
that
it
there's
no
is.
no
white
white supremacy
supremacy?
is to say that you're
Patriarchy is
ignorant.
male supremacy. It's not
They're
white
stupid.
supremacy.
What are
They're
you
so
What does
stupid.
what
just
does
get them
white
out.
supremacy mean to you? What does white supremacy mean to you? Let's have a real conversation. Why
Bro,
y'all
you're
colorblind?
bringing up how
It's just the
patriarchy has
internet.
nothing to do with
You
white
gotta,
supremacy.
we gotta choose, because Vio's gonna suck your dick ugly all day. So you gotta let
Listen,
Vio. You
listen,
So
gotta
watch your
Goofy.
hold
mouth.
on. You gotta tell Vio to stop interrupting to suck your cock in order for us to have an actual conversation. Can you tell the beta that? Because obviously, since you
These
above
women don't even
Vio,
respect their daddy.
obviously since you're above Vio, you're the alpha. Tell your beta to shut the fuck up so we can have the conversation. I'll be glad to engage with you. Tell him.
You don't even have
He,
intelligence.
you notice he
No,
ain't come off
ugly.
mute. Notice he ain't come off mute.
Tell the beta to shut the fuck up.
I said hold on real quick. If I say that you agree with Tara who run in the room, I don't gotta say you sucking her pussy. I can just say you agree with her.
But you know what
And
though? I would though. It probably tastes like
She gonna
Period.
do
good
it. It's
strawberry and
funny.
Period.
champagne.
Good
So
lord.
I would if she asked me to,
It,
but she won't let
Period.
me. She
Good
told me to
lord.
leave her the fuck
and
alone. And
wait a
Dark Horse.
minute.
These women are
Wait a minute.
full
Y'all
as
see what I'm
Beyonce
saying?
cats.
But do y'all see what I'm saying though? You
Vio the
just gave
bottom.
you just gave him an opportunity. And mind you, neither one of you niggas is running the panel, so that's the difference in the power dynamic. But he just sucked his dick back.
That's
They doing the
actually
Ignoring
crazy.
69.
each other.
They doing the
69
That's
is
what
a
she
shit.
do in
69.
your lifestyle, bro. What are y'all talking about?
But the thing is, I don't try to act like I don't. Y'all up here acting like y'all don't and
Your
doing it in
father don't
real
like
time.
you.
My father love
use
me, bitch.
Hell no, you don't.
See,
your own
what be
wife as an
pissing me
example.
off is how y'all
You
niggas
can't
will get
use
up
your
here
life
and
as
bitch and
an
moan
example.
about men pandering to women just to turn around and pander to other
Pander
men.
to each other, exactly.
Because they're
And
Daddy
gay.
can't
not
stand
only
you.
did not only
You
did
gotta
my
say
father love
rainbow.
me, my
Just come out
mother,
the
You goofy.
closet.
my mother loved me too. What about yours, VL?
Shamed
We
your
had a
It's
family.
conversation.
2026. Come out the closet.
Family ashamed of you.
It's
My mother
2026.
loved
You
me.
on this panel sucking dick.
You
My
have
mother
yet
loved me.
to
Can you
show
say the
me a
same,
womanly
VL?
Weird.
touch in that house you live in.
Wait,
I'm gonna
because
keep on saying it.
What woman
Niggas should
respects
be
you?
niggas
And
should
if
be
she
thankful
does
that black
respect you,
women
she
don't move
hates
out of hate
I
and
herself.
got a
spite the way we think
question.
they do.
All right, y'all. Let's get
I
back to the
got, I got,
conversation.
yeah, I
Go
got a
ahead. Go
question
ahead,
according
Listen,
Kidma.
to
they
the conversation.
listen.
The
It's
original
women on
question.
Hold on,
on this
ugly.
stage.
Let
Hold on,
Kimma go.
I ain't never even get to talk though. And women on
Okay,
this
but
stage.
you spent your time getting your rocks off with Vio. Tell him to wipe his mouth, and then we'll let Kimma say something, and then you'll go. Okay.
Okay, with that said, being that it's men in here that are fathers that do have fathers, and we are. The question is for y'all, pretty much. And
What?
if y'all saying yeah, pretty much everybody saying yeah. Why y'all asking us that? It's a question for a reason. You know what I'm saying? We're asking this for a reason because we need to know what the
Answer men who
fuck.
want
You know what I'm
kids.
saying? This shit is fucked up, man.
This is
It's
not
not
a gay
fair.
man's question
It's straight up
because
not
they not
fair.
gonna have
Do
kids.
you know what it
gay
feels
men
like
have
to not be
kids,
liked?
dumbass.
Do you know what it feels like to not be liked by your own father, by your
Too
man, by
much.
your son? You know, like
Like,
Sit
yeah.
here
I got a
and
question. I
lie.
got a question. No.
it
I got a
doesn't.
question.
It
What
doesn't.
We're
women look
not
like?
gonna
What would
sit
it look
here
like
and
for
lie
women
on
to?
black men. We're not gonna lie.
Listen, it's does your father like your mother? That's what the question is. Because if your father doesn't like your mother, 9 times out of 10, he's not gonna like your bitch ass either. That's just what it is. If your mother put your father through that bullshit and you know what I'm talking about, then 9 times out of 10, like your ass gonna be hit through.
Did you
Because you're
mean
gonna be
child
just like him.
support?
Stop talking. You're gonna be
Oh,
just like
No, he
you're
means
gonna
what he
be.
means. He's right. I
No,
agree with
he
you.
said no,
I
No,
but he
You're
think
said
gonna be just.
I
he
You're gonna
said,
think
be
did
a
you
just like
real
know?
your mother.
man. I
no,
think a
You're gonna
real
ATV,
be just
man.
like
ATV.
your mother,
No, hold
and you're gonna
on.
look
The
like.
problem with black
Hold on, y'all. Jesus. He's right. Sometimes these niggas will say the fucking truth, and it's hard for us to hear. What he said was right. If the father does not like the mother, he don't give a fuck about whoever came out of her. He
I
don't care.
agree.
He don't care
I,
about those
Facts.
kids.
I was trying to
That's what
walk him
Corey
to the.
Holcomb
Why is
said.
the woman required to be in the child's life though, but the man get to walk away?
You
Because
birthed
she
it.
You have a
Like
different
It
y'all
stance.
need
grew
to stop. Y'all need to hold
it
these men
grew in
accountable. It's
you.
sad. That's
They
It
should be
sad.
grew
held
in
accountable.
you.
They should. They should. But your care, the care that you have for that child is different because you held it for 9 months. You feel me?
That's no
yeah.
No,
excuse.
Thanks for
He
That's no
proving that
grew within
men
you.
excuse.
are
It's not an
That's
no.
excuse. It's
that's
not an
half of
excuse
your
because
DNA.
it's
That's
still
half
his
of your
child.
DNA. That ain't no excuse.
It's not an
That's
excuse for
what's
him.
wrong with
That's
the
not what
black
I'm saying.
community.
That's not what I'm saying.
It's
I
not
wonder
a
how Terrier treated they women.
That's not what I'm
uh,
saying.
yeah, she's not saying that it is an excuse. It's just a fact that we just have to accept.
Like
But
That's what
you
it
are
is.
always going to have a different type of instinct when it comes to your child due to the fact of what it took for you to create that child.
I don't agree
He
with
got to
that.
nut in you and go about his day. You are experiencing a whole different thing.
I don't see how this if
Hold
cancer
on, real
starts
quick.
growing in your
Hold
body.
up, hold
Hold
up,
on,
real
can I finish
quick.
my sentence
Hold
real
up,
quick?
hold up.
You
If
was
she
I don't
hold
know if you
up,
speaking.
no. If she gotta accept it, y'all gotta accept it. Y'all daddy's abandoning y'all. Hold up. Y'all gotta accept that y'all daddy's abandoning y'all because he ain't give a fuck about you. Like you get like y'all gotta accept that your daddy ain't really give a fuck about you. And if he was there, cause your mom was there, like let's be for real.
And I guess I
Say it,
don't
say it.
understand it because I have a great father, so I don't know what this is like, but it's sad. And I see so many black
Where he
men
at?
have
Where
excuses
he
for
at?
this.
Where your daddy at?
An excuse is just that's what it is.
No, no, no. Where
It's
your
the answer.
daddy at?
It's the word.
What do you mean by that question, ma'am?
Where your daddy at?
What you mean by that?
You say you love you. Where you at?
Jesus,
I'm a grown adult. What my dad doing right here by me for?
I'm
I
just
have my
asking.
own
I ain't say
career.
you to be with you. I
I
just
make
hold
six
up.
Sorry,
figures.
Calm
hashtag
I
get
down.
these
went to
niggas
I just
pregnant.
asked where he was
university.
at.
Ma'am,
I just
my
asked where he
parents
was
raised me
at.
very well.
Tara, this is why they
All
call you the
I asked, hold
terrorist.
up.
I just want to
All
let you
I
know.
asked was where
Like
your
it's a lot of
daddy.
gay folks on here.
I just asked where he was at, and you crashing out. That's all.
Because what type of
Literally,
question is that?
a
Like
fair
that, I just
question.
told
Where's
you
your
my dad was
father?
in my life.
It
My
has to do
dad
with
is
the
still heavily
conversation.
involved in my life. I still talk to my dad almost every other day.
Okay, that's a good answer. That's all she was asking. Where he
Oh,
at?
I thought it was a funny question or something. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's because they
No.
don't want you to make it anything personal. Your statement should be general. Don't talk about your everyday life or about anything in it because you open it up for people to ask or speak on it. Speak about the topic
It's
generally.
called jealousy. They're jealous because I wasn't raised in a ghetto black family like
Wait,
they were.
what?
What
See,
the
They
you know
were
what
fuck?
we talking
raised
about.
in a
Oh my
ghetto
I
black
god.
could have told
Who's
family.
y'all
jealous? Who
when
was
y'all was trying
what?
to make him feel better, he was on some bullshit. Where that nigga at?
Yeah.
Where he at? Put him on the phone. If he like you so much, you
What?
should better get him on the phone quick. Put him on the fucking
Girl, you
phone.
sound so mad. Girl, I almost
Put your
told you
daddy on the
something.
phone.
I
Go
think
find
it's
your
too
daddy,
late to
nigga.
create
Your
that type of
baby
world,
daddy
though.
not in your children's life, so that's
Do y'all
normal
think
for
it's
you.
too?
That's why you so mad.
Mind you, you don't know nothing about her. That's the gag. Y'all really be creating storylines in your mind
Like
and running
niggas
with
get on
them.
the
Cause she's
internet
so
and just
mad.
get
If
Just
to
if
saying
she used to
anything.
She's
that,
just
not
get to
mad.
yapping.
She
if she
literally
used
just
to that
asked the question.
lifestyle, she
Hold on,
wouldn't have
baby.
nothing to say.
Hold
She'll
on.
be like, "Oh, I
She didn't have nothing to say. She asked you about the father that you introduced with your real dumb ass.
If you would have kept your real ass daddy a secret and stop like nobody would hear about your fucking father or what you or
Not
your
keep your
relationship
daddy
with
a
your fucking
secret.
father. Just answer the question.
Just like that girl with the dead dad.
Hold up. Keep your daddy a secret is crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
do fathers actually like their daughters?" I don't know because all I've been raised around.
he wish he was the daughter. But for him to be talking, he from New Orleans, which I love the city, but he
The
probably
thing
from
is,
the
I thought that
east.
was a she.
He
Wait, where the hell
probably
Drake
from
come from?
the east, and he talking about ghetto, sir.
Not
Don't, I
ooh.
mean, ma'am, sir, ma'am, don't do that.
First of
You
all,
up here to
black
terrorize
people.
my
First of all,
friend.
black people come in all different types of shades, creeds, and
No, no,
backgrounds.
no, 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 no. But you didn't think they did when you was up here
Every black person is not
trying to
ghetto,
settle
ma'am.
when you was up here trying to settleize our name as black
Some
folks.
of us went to
You
private
sitting
school.
up
Some of
there.
us went to
Hold on,
university. Some of
sir. You sitting up there with your dick tucked in your asshole, talking shit to us on the Sunday, sir. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. That nigga, it's y'all, it's carnival.
Oh my God, it is
Hold on,
Sunday.
y'all. Hold on. It's carnival season. So this nigga probably got a motherfucking baby stuck up his asshole hoping for a nigga to come find it. And he aggravating us, agitating us. Come on now, sir. Don't do that to us. Not
I don't live that kind of lifestyle, ma'am. So I don't know
you
what
a
you're talking
punk.
about. You making
You a
assumptions based
punk.
on my voice
You a punk.
when I don't even live that type of
You a
lifestyle.
punk.
You don't even know me.
Thank you,
It's
Liz.
okay.
You
You
a
can join the
punk.
other side,
Hold
sister.
on, wait.
You can join
Imagine
the other
saying you don't know.
side.
Hold on, dollar sign.
Please.
Imagine saying you don't know me, but you just did a whole biopic on fucking Tara. Her baby daddy
Right.
left her and with multiple kids. You don't even know nothing about her, but you got on here now. You wanna? Well, you don't know me. Some of us went to private school, and
All
some of
because
us
she
went further
asked
than
about your
that.
daddy.
Some of us went further
Just
than
ask
that,
him
and y'all
one
clearly
question.
didn't with your
This
dumb
is
ass.
your daddy.
This,
This is
this
your
is your
daddy.
daddy. Oh my God. Oh my goodie.
Why would he crash out about that? Why would you
None
crash
of y'all
out?
fathers make
If
money.
Because
hold
that
up,
was
he
the
came in here. If
because
he
that
came
was
Oh
in
the
here
simple
saying
shit.
where his
question.
daddy and
Because
not
that
saying
was
where
the
his
simple
daddy at, why the
question.
fuck would he crash out about that?
I can't fucking breathe. Yo, stop bringing your personal shit onto this panel. Somebody's gonna fry you every time, and then you're gonna be
Now,
mad
ugly.
and
Hold on, y'all.
asking hella
Ugly want
weird
to
ass
ask us.
questions.
Ugly
Exactly.
wanted to know some about our fathers. What ugly?
But you know what's so funny though? I always find y'all be thinking that it's a dig towards us, but it's actually a dig towards men, especially black men, because don't nobody ask us where our mamas is at because y'all all know that we got mamas, that the mamas is there, the mamas
Except
stuck
for them.
around, the mamas raised the babies, the mamas was kissing the boo boos, making the chicken noodle soup with the soda on the side, Poly ginger ale, rubbing Robitussin on her chest and shit like that. Like the mama was there. So the fact that y'all be asking, well, where your daddy at? It's a lot. It's very
It
telling.
says a lot.
So
It
you
says
talking
a
about
lot.
Tara? You talking about
You
Tara?
built
Cause
for
she
that though.
Shut
You
your
built
ass
for that.
up,
And you just
punk.
No,
keep
let him go
going back to
off.
Tara.
No, let him go off.
That's literally y'all role. I don't understand
Matter
what
of
y'all
No,
fact,
what else
tell us more about your
else y'all
daddy.
want to do.
Tell me more
let
That's
about your
y'all
him
peppy.
go
role.
off. Yo.
Tell me more about
God
your
Got a
peppy.
damn.
good daddy. My daddy a good man.
y'all so
My daddy
mad
only
and
beats me once
jealous.
a week.
Y'all didn't have a dad, and y'all mama
According to
beat the
who?
hell out of y'all.
Yeah.
She was
Wait,
Listen, you
wait.
didn't have a
According to
dad because
who?
when you
Their
came out
dad
that
was on the
closet, he
dope
said, I'm
and had
not
no
gonna,
money.
my son ain't no punk. Okay? We already
surely not.
know. Listen, your daddy didn't want no punk ass son. That's how I know you ain't got no motherfucking daddy, punk bitch. Okay? So stop getting up here, motherfucking playing fairy tales, punk, pussy, hoe ass nigga. Okay? Go and put your motherfucking gold and purple thong and get ready to get your asshole blowed out for Mardi Gras, punk.
Throw some beads in it.
And go get that strap.
I don't understand.
Throw
Hey,
some
why
beads in it.
you going hard as fuck on bruh, but it's another gay dude up here. You ain't said
Hold
shit to.
on. He did.
Wait,
Because he
wait, wait,
ain't
wait,
saying
wait. Hold
nothing
on, let
out
me
of
speak.
pocket.
Hold on, let me speak.
Did he say anything out of pocket?
Let me speak.
No, I can hear,
Wait, so
I can hear
hold on.
the motherfucking cock in your
Wait,
throat.
East, wait, East, wait,
Oh
East.
my
So are
God.
you telling us, you said you don't live that quote unquote lifestyle. So are you telling us you identify as heterosexual?
Sexual.
Damn, East,
Asexual.
I
You
need
bitches are
you want to
crazy.
come in.
Girl, you
Anyway,
could believe
ugly,
whatever the hell you want. I'm pure
ugly,
like Virgin Mary in this
I
bitch.
promise you you're not.
I
Ugly,
Getting
Well,
fucked
promise
keep
you
too.
you're
that
not.
shit.
Really
Keep
ugly,
that
but
shit.
you
You
don't
crazy.
don't
get,
know me.
Nigga,
mute the
you gay as
bitch.
fuck.
Mute that
Hashtag
bitch.
You
hymen
Just
unmarried.
intact.
because you're a
Mute
promiscuous
that
punk
bitch.
who be
Mute
Nigga,
that
you
in this
said
bitch.
you
hole all dicked
unmarried.
out, bitch, all of us not like that.
Hold up, y'all.
Okay,
Hold
so
on, real quick. Y'all
I
got
don't want to hear
chill.
about
Y'all got
hoes getting
chill.
dug in.
This nigga said
Please.
Virgin Mary. No heterosexual man ever compared themselves to Virgin Mary. I'm just telling you, like, bro, you sweet.
And I never said that. I said I was asexual. Do you know what that means?
Hold on, Health. We got you.
I
Hold
don't.
on, Ugly. Hold on. You're not gonna
Hey,
join in on it. Hold on. Ugly, you ain't gonna join in on it, bitch, cause you a punk. Hold on.
Oh, right, right.
Don't get it twisted up here, ugly bitch.
Hey,
Why the
watch your
fuck?
motherfucking mouth.
Right.
Hold on, y'all.
Say you lost your man, that'll
Hold
make sense.
on. Don't get it twisted, ugly. I know you're kind. You
Just,
DL bitch. I know you're kind.
just cause you,
Us and
just
ATV,
cause you like,
we can
you're not,
handle health. We don't need you fucking
Mark,
trying to dive in and getting your little
Mark,
two
like,
fingers in the bitch, cause you the main one who will let health bend your ass over. Cause he asexual, but you a slut.
just,
He might be asexual,
not,
but you a slut ass punk
just
ass
like,
bitch. So we know your
A
kind.
what?
You and them
just,
dreads be getting pulled down from the back like you a
just light
motherfucking
skin, you're
reindeer,
not
bitch.
smart.
We know you. We know your kind. Don't come up here with
You,
that bullshit. Now we keeping it in the family. We a dog health out as a family, but bitch, you ain't gonna join in on. I'm tired of you DL punks. Always trying to put that motherfucking pinky toe in some shit. You gay ass bitch. You're gay. Stop
fucking,
it. Go ahead.
And VO,
mind
you
you, the
got some shit.
issue.
You got some shit to work out,
Ho-
brother.
Hold on, dollar sign. Hold on, because I was the one being addressed. Ugly. The issue isn't the sexuality; it's the pathology, and that's the reason you dumbasses keep getting dragged
nigga,
because
you
y'all are
sweet.
fucking
I
stupid.
don't want to talk to you, faggot ass boy.
And
Whoa,
what?
no, you
And
Get
can't
him
say that
out. Get him
word. No, you
out.
He
gotta
gotta
Get him
go.
go.
out.
You
He
gotta
Get
go.
gotta
You
him
can't
out.
say
go.
that word.
Get him out.
Y'all
but
got chill. Damn.
Get him out.
get him out.
Say that
Damn.
word.
I
They
knew it was
so
coming too.
emotional.
I knew it was coming.
I had a
They
feel.
so
I'm really surprised
emotional.
it didn't come earlier though. I ain't gonna lie.
Right,
But
I
right.
all this started because I asked a man where his daddy was at. I just want like that's crazy.
uh-huh.
Hmm
We
They be
can't ask
bringing
where
up
your
their
daddy
own
But
is.
how am I
dads.
supposed to answer that question?
You brought your daddy up.
You
Figure it
brought him
out.
up.
How would no wait? How was you supposed to answer the question by telling us where the fuck the nigga was at?
Exactly.
Mm.
Where was your daddy at? Is he at home? Like since you
At
brought him up.
home, I get like
Right.
everybody else on Sunday.
Gang.
Okay.
If you never brought up your goddamn peppy, nobody could be asking you shit about your fucking peppy because nobody
All I
would
said
care.
was I can't relate to,
Right,
that
right.
struggle that a
Okay.
lot of black people go through.
Okay, here's
Sorry.
my
First of all,
question
this
for
wasn't
you.
even
How
just
long
about
were you
black
here? How
people.
long were you here? Because over the course of this live, anybody that came up here and generally spoke about their life, oh, I'm a dad. I love my daughters. Oh, I love my dad. He was here for me. They got the fuck up out of here or they got flamed. It's simple math. Very simple math.
Let me tell you what's wrong with him. And I feel for him when he, you know what, being in the South and having to go to church and people not accepting you for who you are, like that got to be traumatizing because we know who his real self is. And he has to hide that. So of course he's going to project and he's going to be difficult. But like you're not asexual, sir. You are who you are, and that's why you upset. And your dad
He done played it
yeah,
away.
your dad and your mom, I don't know, I ain't gonna put it on your mama, but your daddy probably isn't accepting of you. And you playing this role may get you a little bit more acceptance. But I'm here to tell you, sister, brother, come out. Just be you. Fuck that nigga. I'm telling you, a lot of times these daddies who be extra on their sons being you know what? Be punks themselves. They be the ones who be sneaking and dicking. They be the ones who be doing all kind of weird stuff. No telling your mama might be traumatized right now because she had to plan a grown man asshole and she never wanted to. Tell nobody.
Damn.
Damn it!
Come on
Damn
now.
it!
Just be you. Just be you. Cause I love the guys to be the guys. I don't like the ones like ugly, the weird ones, and VO down there in the comments. I don't like them kind. And I want to say one more thing because Dollar Sign had said something earlier when you asked VO to put his best bitch up. We got to stop that. But he is the best bitch. Like y'all keep on trying to
That was
drag
my
us
point though.
in. He is the best
That was my
bitch.
point. That was the whole
That man
point.
is the best bitch. Okay, I just want to make that clear. VO is a whore. That man is a bellman. What they call him? whatever the people he be at the
Not a
store.
bellhop.
A bellhop. He a bellhop
Oh
at the
hell
store.
no. Oh hell no. And he said the white man ain't oppressing him and he's a bellhop.
He a bellhop. I meant to say in front of hotels, and that motherfucker be
Oh.
taking people luggage up and getting bent over. It's a hard life for niggas like Vio. Y'all gotta understand. You can't entertain him too much. Yeah, bellhop. I done said all kind of shit.
I
Rim
think
Reaper.
I
I
think
be saying
health
all kind
problem was when health came up. He was trying to cape for black women, saying that black men need to be held accountable.
of
And then that's crazy. But anyway, just so you know, health, when you use words like pure, we know you're not, and we know where that's coming from.
Okay, you can think whatever you want.
I know.
It is what it is in real life. So it don't. Your words don't mean nothing from the truth, from
You
reality.
think he prayed it
So
away, y'all?
Yeah, he think because he opting out that he asexual. Sir, move.
surely is. I don't have to
Yikes.
participate in that type of. It's
Right,
disgusting to me. So
right. Okay.
I respect you and anybody who doing what they do, but that you can't
You don't know
assume
nothing
stuff
about
about
me.
people. No, I'm
You
not
just
saying nothing.
that's
I
what you're
don't know what you
doing.
do, sir. All I'm saying is that I don't know
Hold
what
on.
nobody do. All I'm saying was
Well,
I
health,
don't do that. Thank
health.
you.
Right, but health, you just said you can't assume nothing. But earlier in the conversation, you said just because you're not like me, who's getting dug, you know nothing about me. You just projected a whole thing on the terror, saying that her baby daddies, plural, left her single, not knowing nothing. You've been projecting and assuming things this whole time. You
Literally the whole
assume that none of
time.
us have daddies, that none of us went to private school or have higher
Called us
education.
ghetto black family.
Ghetto, black, yes. You assumed everything nothing that you said up here has been fact based. Except your anecdote that nobody can prove or deny. Like, we can't confirm or deny nothing that you're saying. Hey, ugly.
Well,
You say you trans attracted?
the fairy done came back up here flapping his motherfucking wings. What you
Hey,
want?
ugly. Hey, sis.
You done came
You
up
like
here.
you suck doodle
He
dick.
was a fairy. Yup, yup. He was a fairy. Yup, yup.
Y'all saying she trans attracted, and then she going off on all the faggots in this bitch. That's all.
Oh
I'm sorry,
yeah,
I didn't mean to
no,
say
you
that.
gotta
All
go.
that,
You
all
can't
that
come
gay.
up
get
here.
him down.
Let me address that real quick. I could be whatever I want. I can say whatever I want in my motherfucking bio. The fact that you went and looked at that motherfucker, let me know. Let me know that you the type of petite nigga I like. That's what it is. Why would you go look at my bio and why would you bring it back up? So everybody else, if y'all want to go see what he saw, go ahead.
He's
But
he the
it's
I
okay.
like
hey.
it.
I bait them every time. I'm telling y'all,
Mm-hmm.
they are the punks that they be trying to call out. I don't give a fuck how we fucking around with health. Bitch, you ain't gonna do it. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. You ain't gonna fuck with him, whore. You ain't gonna be talking to him, stupid. We got it. He's still the family. He just confused. We want to help that baby. That's TT baby. But you ain't gonna fuck with him.
That's the thing with Ugly Truth. Ugly Truth thought the default was homophobia. Because he was like, y'all said all this to him, but this another gay person and y'all ain't saying
It's
nothing.
homos
Because
in here. We don't. It's just.
gay's not the issue, dumb bitch.
It don't matter that niggas is gay. Like it's the ignorance. If you say something ignorant, that's the problem. Like, and it seems like that don't seem to be clicking. And then when y'all getting chewed up, y'all like to try to point fingers at the homosexuals. Like that's gonna change the point that you're ignorant.
And I just
It's
got into this bitch picture. He's literally perching his lips with a filter on. Sir,
he
move.
mewing. He mewing. That's a bad bitch. That is one bad bitch on the G's.
Yeah, I didn't know why they
No,
kept on
so
saying homophobic. I was like, like
go ahead.
Like Vio, your profile picture is your fake ass AI because them braids don't look like that, and then it's a perm at the bottom.
Hold up, y'all. Go ahead. Chipmunk.
That's a sloth here. That's a sloth.
No, it's an otter. It's an otter.
It's small.
It's so
My
It
cute.
look like a chipmunk.
Oh, my bad, Terry.
Nah, you're good. My name is Corey. I just wanted to come up and say I don't feel like fathers actually like their daughters. I think that they more so, I'll say they like their daughters when they're young and they have to listen to them and they don't have a mind of their own. But once you get of a certain age and you start having ideals of your own as a woman, ideals like that, basically, like once you start becoming your own person, that's when they don't like you, and all of that misogyny that they actually push out on women outside of closed doors, they start pushing that on you, in my opinion. I land my plane.
Yeah,
Period. Safe landing.
they've been on that
Do the men not see how easy that was? Right.
No.
These niggas crazy.
Because I mean, there's even women that came up here and disagreed, but it was
No, but we're gonna focus on the men because like 90% of the men did it. It was
no,
only
no. I'm
like
no, no.
one.
I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just saying, why is it that they could disagree respectfully, but you couldn't? What was so hard about it? I don't know.
I think that also too though, to the point that was made earlier about the topic, this guy clearly hated his baby mama and was trying to shade her through the daughter. He was
I
trying to insinuate
personally,
that she was teaching the daughter to be, especially finding out, because I didn't know the daughter was 11 until this live. So finding out that
Okay.
the daughter is literally a child, the man was trying to insinuate that she was being groomed to look at him as a wallet.
so can somebody like fill me in on this man that I've been looking at for the past 2 hours? I know he got something to do with something, but I'm just not sure what.
He a comedian.
I can't remember his name, but he did an interview with Shannon Sharp, and it's interesting because he was his overall message seemed to be saying that the comedians support each other, and he spoke highly of other comedians. But when it came to his baby mama, his mother, and his daughter, like he dragged down basically. He said that his daughter just wanted money from him and wanted things from him, even though before he mentioned the custody thing with his baby mama or his co-parent, like he's like to say, he was talking about how he was absent and wasn't around.
But it's like, with that being the case, it's think of it like this: if you aren't around, because regardless of whether you got custody or not, unless you did something terrible or there's a reason why the court isn't granting you access to your children, you have the opportunity to see your kids. And if you're not taking those opportunities in the manner of which you should be doing, and all you're giving them is financials and materials, then why are you confused when that's all they're contacting you about? When that's all you've offered? You haven't offered guidance as a father. You haven't offered relationships as a father. You've only offered subsidiaries. So why are you mad?
I agree. That's my exact sentiment. You basically said that he said that his daughter only wants money, but then you also said in the backstory that he said that he wasn't really involved in the child's life. So, I mean, what do you expect? It's your obligation as a father to provide for her, but at the same time, she doesn't know you or hasn't really had a real relationship with you. So, how are you, as the older adult, not able to understand that? So I don't know. I see a pattern with a lot of black men. And I mean, we saw earlier when one of the guys had brought up and said that the reason why some black men are not involved in their children's life is because it's based upon the terms that they are with the mother. And it's like, that's not right, because at the end of the day, nothing should come in between you and your offspring, you and your child. So that is just disgusting. And the fact that we need to hold them accountable to that, that's no excuse. And whoever is raising these dudes or these boys, they want to go out and make and create the babies, but they don't feel that they are held accountable. They feel like it's the requirement of the mother to be involved in the child, but it's optional for them based on how they feel. And I just feel like that's weak, that's sad, that's disgusting. And it just keeps a cycle going within the black community of dysfunction, and it breaks down the family structure. Like, we should not be accepting this. Like, this needs to stop,
But
seriously.
patriarchy is built on those thoughts and those
So
mindsets
hold
that the
up, I
women
can't.
aren't.
I be having a bad time. It's hard for me to remember people's names, but y'all gotta look them up. I also want y'all to pay attention to how he's like using the word co-parent to manipulate to make himself seem more active. to make it seem like it's a more
Mm-hmm.
collaborative thing, because I thought that part was interesting, because it's like, oh, I don't want to call her my baby mama if he called her his baby mama, but it's like you talking about custody, and at the same time you're talking about y'all co-parenting. The reality is, like, the frustration that woman had over this child could be valid, but of course, like a lot of interviews, he put himself in the seat of the person who was more mature, quote unquote. He on
Mm-hmm.
the road trying to build his career, because the career
Yep,
comes
because I
before the
want to add,
children.
Thank you for whoever sent the gift, by the way.
for the people who didn't know who he was, also in the interview, according to him, that his relationship got better with his daughter, because once he realized that she only saw him as a wallet, he started getting more involved. So he also was trying to push that he was the savior in that situation too. And
Go ahead. Sorry, I thought you was
I
done.
agree with the whole co-parent thing, trying to make it seem like he's more active than he is. That's all I want to say.
Where, yeah, I just go ahead.
What are you supposed to do when you're not with the mother of your child?
We'll never know. We'll never know. We've been here for a while, y'all. I gotta take a break. But thank y'all for coming up. Thank y'all for supporting the live. See y'all later.